Water and water and water, water, water and water and water, water.
welcome your host on Wipeout, Ash the Bash. To play Wipeout, join in by going to hackbox.ca in your browser and join with the following room code: GJFZ. You can even join in on your mobile phone. Alternatively, you can join Twitch chat by entering the room code into Stream Chat or as a whisper to Quizbot 3000. Once done, wait for further instructions on how to play the game.
Welcome on into Quiz Night on a Friday. A very, very windy Friday, it would seem. Storms are brewing. I hope you're all doing well out there. I hope you're all safe, especially those in Ireland as well, where you're getting probably the worst of it. I hope you are doing well out there. I heard of power outages and things like that. And the winds in Scotland and Ireland, yeah, not fun. I mean, we had quite a bit of wind here in Sheffield, but nowhere near the plus 100 mile per hour gusts that were reported at some of the weather stations over in Ireland. So yeah, it do be heckin' windy out there right now. Do hope you are all safe. That is the first thing. I hope you're all safe out there. And welcome on in for some quiz night action. We've got some lovely quiz here we've got Wipeout to play out to start off with, and then later on we've got another edition of 1 versus 100. And sorry, I have to wait for those each time. You don't even remember a game called Wipeout, but I'm here for the overly biased UK questioning. We do try our best to be international here. Yeah, Wipeout is a thing that happened here in the UK and also in the States as well. You had a version of Wipeout, looks the same. We're playing the Paul Daniels edition because it is far superior. Mainly for the music, but also for the way the scoring works as well. It's just better as well. But we do it mass multiplayer side, which is not quite how they did it on the TV show, because they only had 3 players, didn't they? Yeah, I think it's US before, and then the UK, and then UK did it really badly for some reason. Why on earth we redid it with Bob Monkhouse and just flat rate scoring? That was just terrible. Yes, indeed, Happy Dude, yeah. It was one of those shows. Though I think on yours, you only played one board for the main part of the game, and then you went to the auction round, which is kind of crazy. That only one board decides the entire front half of the game. We get three boards before we get to the auction round, which feels fairer, I feel, especially how the wipeouts can be. You remember it now. It was god awful. And yes, of course, the ticks pulled that. We did indeed have the ticks and the crosses in the Bob Monkhouse version, whereas this one, you got lovely stars and wipeout symbols instead. Of which the pilot has been... Oh, excuse me. Which the pilot episodes of the Paul Daniels edition have now surfaced themselves on YouTube. So if you want to see what the show looked like before it actually went broadcast live proper... it's most the same, honestly. A couple of graphics changes here and there. The name is duplicated in places. And, the minute to win it round was slightly different in that they could actually put down their first answer before running to the button. I felt that was a bit weird. But hey-ho, that's how pilots work, I suppose. They eke out these issues. And it's certainly much better when it's 60 seconds. You start answering. Once those seconds start ticking down. And then you do the mad dash thing, blah, 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 blah. But yeah. There are pilot episodes out there, which it's exactly the same studio with a couple of tweaks here and there. The graphics on the board slightly different, and slightly different sounds as well. The correct sound is slightly different, sparkly sound. Don't know why it was, but it was. I guess they finally got some final audio for the actual show, and it was slightly different. And yeah, Wink has been uploading a lot of US. You say US. Also, we're about to see in, I think, was it like 12 days time, the UK edition of Press Your Luck, because I didn't know that existed. But apparently it does. There's a UK edition of Press Your Luck, and Wink has got an episode of that going up onto the vault sometime in the next 10 to 12 days. I can't remember exactly when it is, but yeah, very, very soon indeed. I'll be very interested to see what that looks like. And from the sounds of things, they're playing for points, which ruins the entire premise of Press Your Luck. Okay. Oh, it was a regional one. Fantastic. All for £200 a game, of course. There were, of course, the prize limits in force at that time. And with it being a regional variation, the prize numbers are going to be even lower still. So, yeah, there you go. Anyway, let's talk about what we've got on for tonight's game. So we have got 3 boards for this game of Wipeout. They have been written by, let's go with alphabetical order of their names, Alex, Ben and Ralph. Those are the 3 authors that you've got to face in tonight's edition of Wipeout. They're not necessarily appearing in that order. They may appear in a different order entirely. I always try and reveal them in alphabetical order, just so that there's some consistency there. But they may appear in a different order entirely. And, well, Oni's in there, so Oni tends to be the last one. For reasons. I'll be genuinely amazed if I'm not bored once, says Oni. Well, you never know. You never know. It could happen. It could happen. Oh, that too, yeah. And then later on, we have got 1 versus 100, a much simpler game. Multiple choice, A, B, or C. Simple as that. If you've never played Wipeout, never seen Wipeout before, then I will be presenting you a question, or a category as it were, with 16 possible answers, 11 of which are good, 5 of which are bad. They are the Wipeouts. When we open up the round for you to answer, you can select as many of the answers that you wish to submit. The more you get right, the more points you get, and it goes in an exponential manner. However, give me even 1 Wipeout in your selection, and your entire score is wiped to nothing. And that does matter also for successive boards. So if you build up some bank on board number 1, and then you hit a wipeout on board number 2, you lose everything that you earned on board number 1. So you have to avoid the wipeouts at all costs. You can't give me no answers. You can't avoid answering. That would be rather too easy in this particular game. If you do end up doing that, you will be wiped to 0, whether you like it or not. So you need to give me at least 1 answer on the board. In most cases, that's going to be 11 out of 16 chance that you're right, but there's a 5 in 16 chance that you're wrong as well. So just bear that in mind. And there is also the possibility that if not all the answers are covered when we go through a round of bidding, then we may go through a second round of bidding on the same board. And that's where it could get very, very tasty indeed. You'll delay the washing up to play Wipeout, says Ben. That's what you need to do. Yes, absolutely. Welcome on into you all. We've got 10, 20, 30, 40 players in right now. That's a good number of players to be playing Wipeout. I hope you're all doing well out there. In fact, you know what? I'm going to call the names out. I don't normally do this, but I'm going to call the names out because I can. But wait, I've got to wait for the music first. So... We've got Drahuska, we've got Brian, we've got Oren, we've got Rias, we've got Amy, we've got Danny, we've got Natty, we've got Riff, we've got Colin, we've got Conrad Lag, we've got Puzzle, we've got Pyro, Shadowmane, etc. and Baron Rider, followed by... Sorry, the bloody music. Colo, then Prey, then Walking, then Proofs, then Happy Dude, then Sunny Cat, then Topper, then Sue, then Kerstuka, then Ralph, then Oni, then Mark, then Shapes, Marcini, Tadaru, Opsy, Tipster, Flyboy, BBQ, Milk Like, Ben, a midget on the internet, Sportsy, Cybermarine, and the Fluffy Bun Esquire. Suing. What do you mean you're suing for, Topper? What are you on about? Gotta catch them all Pokemon. Gotta catch them all Pokemon. What other news has been going on recently? I'll waffle for another minute or two before we go into the game proper. Hello there, Bob. Hope you're doing well. Speaking of the Pokemon, what other news has there been? Oh yeah, I'm off Twitter now. I've deactivated my account. Actually gone and done it now. I'm just sick and tired of all of the bloody coverage that was coming out of things. Yes. Elon gesture and all of the things that Trump is signing in, and just that whole thing, just entirely the full gamut on the timeline. I was like, I can't be doing with any of this anymore. That's it. I'm done. Does mean I can't get my updates on Supertram. That's sort of like the one main thing that I needed Twitter for, is for the updates for when the Supertram isn't working. There is another website I could use, but it's generally really quite bad. They don't quite update that as often as they should do. They update the Twitter all the damn time, which is really silly when they've got digital display boards at every bloody stop and they don't use them. So, yeah, I kind of like to use Twitter for that, but now that I don't have a Twitter account, I can't go and see that because you actually have to bloody log in to see bloody tweets. I fucking hate it. Anyway, what's Sportsy?
If we get a question wrong, do we have to pull a lever and hope we don't fall through the floor? Nope, everything is fine. This is the good place.
This is the good place. Thank you for the 47-month Reese. Appreciate that. You would say that there must be a Supertram API proofs, but if they are, if I were to trust the data that is currently being displayed on the digital boards, I wouldn't trust it at all. The trams that are listed on those digital boards, when it says like some number of minutes remaining until they actually arrive, never work. They're never actually right, and most of the time they just show scheduled times rather than next to arrive times. So it's just complete garbage, and I don't want to go garbage in, garbage out.
Wrong answers will be punished with crows. Incredibly vexed crows.
Incredibly vexed crows. Thank you for the 100 bits there. I don't know what about the crows that are particularly vexing, but sure. That reminds me, if I tackle the exit list in VR chat, you will do Russian roulette, would you, Dev? What, in VR chat as well? Actually, that would be pretty fun in VR chat, I imagine. I bet that would be pretty good in VR chat. And another one.
Choo Choo Train.
The Choo Choo Train. Choo Choo. Thank you very much for the 59-month resub there, Bob. Appreciate all of the love coming through. Hype Train also activating as well. Bloody hellfire. You're surprised Supertram hasn't moved into the next 20th century? I thought there was only one 20th century. Anyway, I don't know how that works. Wibbly wobbly timey wimey stuff, clearly. Typo. Yeah, I'll get you on it. But anyway, I think we're all about ready to play this edition of Wipeout. So if you're all ready, then I'll wait for the music to end and then I'll press the button. Let's play!
Let's play Wipeout.
Thank God. Google Sheets took a little while then, but we have loaded up. So, if you're all ready, get ready on your Hackbox devices. We're about to start the main game proper. Let me go to my intro flow. Make sure I have my sheets open as well for my own personal reference. And here's board number 1. Oh yeah, I need to do this. Cue Chase the Sun. Any ideas, folks? What have I done? I've just queued Chase the Sun is what I've done. The question's this. Which of these darts players have won the WDC or PDC World Darts Championships? I'll bring the music down slightly. Let me give you some more information. Yes, we are looking for the names of the winners of the PDC, formerly the WDC World Darts Championship, first held in 1993 to 1994 in the Circus Tavern in Purfleet, Essex, and currently held in Ali Pali, the Alexander Palace in London. So we'll give you 16 names, 11 of which are World Darts Championships, including the most recent one that has just finished, the 2024-2025 Championships. 5 of them, though, may have participated in said championships, but have not won said championships. So avoid those wipeouts. Good luck, and
Answers are...
your 45 seconds starts now. I'm going to take the wipeout music off temporarily, so we just have some more Chase the Sun. There's no bias here, happy dude. There are international names on this board. Oh, is it not, Ralph? No, it should be. You'll get the dukes at the end, Ralph. You are currently glowing blue. I can see you there. You're glowing blue. You'll get the dukes at the end of the board. That there is time. Just like that. Not let you submit. There should be a submit button, but it should accept them as you go along anyway in this particular version, because I have updated it to use the auto-submit stuff. So it should accept all of the answers that you did select as you were going on. Yeah, Ben, you've got 5 currently locked in, so it's definitely done something. Let me select, but didn't submit, didn't seem to do anything. Well, either way, they have come through. They have been selected on my end. Let's take the Chase the Sun off now as we go through and reveal some answers proper. So, how did we do? We've got 11 from Jahuska. We've got just a single one from Brian. 8's gone with Natter. Or Natter's gone with 8. I should probably put the English words in the right order. That's what we currently have on the board. We've got Fluffy Bunny has gone for the maximum 11 as well. Is anyone going to get a perfect checkout? Are we going to get 11 data? I mean, you don't want an 11 data, you want a 9 data, really, but there are 11 answers, so are we going to get an 11 answerer on this one? Who are darts players? Well, all of these are darts players, Sportsy. It's just whether or not they have won the championship, the WDC World Darts Championship or not. Where's Bully? I should get Bully's prize board up here at some point. Anyway, let's go and reveal some answers, shall we? We're going to start off with Phil the Power Taylor, surely. Yes, very much so. Yes, is the most successful World Darts Championship winner with 14 titles to his name. Yes, Phil the Power Taylor. 100 bits.
Cheer 100. How many bronze bullies between this lot?
How many bronze bullies? Oh, I dread to think. And there should be also 180.
Cheer 180.
180.
Yeah, don't give it your day job there, text to speech. 180. It's always so weird with that drop down in intonation. 180. It's so weird, but that seems to be the established standard to do that now. Anyway, yes, Phil the Power Taylor, absolutely fine as an answer there. I need to retrain the AI. What? Just do a darts voice AI instead. Oh, hello there.
Cheer 501.
Is that the max score?
501. Well, that's what they normally start from. Thank you for the 501 bits there, Brian. Appreciate that as well. Next, we're going to go to Luke Littler. The Nuke. Absolutely, yes. Did win the most recent championships, the 2024-2025 championships, to be specific. Yes, at 17 years old. A 17-year-old has won the World Darts Championship. That's how crazy he is. He's so good at what he does. And he's only just starting his professional career. It's crazy. It's so crazy. How long he's going to survive is going to be like 30, 40 years at this. It's the Magnus Carlsen Darts, quite possibly score. But yes, Luke Littler, the Nuke, is a good answer. Next, we're going to go to MVG, Michael van Gerwen from the Netherlands. Is a correct answer. Yes, the Dutchman is a 3-time winner in the 2013-14, 2016-17, and 2018-19 particulars there. He'll become Luke Bigler. Possibly. So 3 good answers down. We've got another 8 left to go and 5 wipeouts to void. Next, we're going to go to Cool Hand Luke Humphreys. Yes, Luke won in 2023-2024 there. Yes, Cool Hand Luke Humphreys was the previous winner, and then the other Luke Littler, took over the reign for the current championship. Next, we're going to go to Gary Anderson, the Flying Scotsman. Is a correct answer, who won 2 straight titles, 2014-15 and 2015-16 there. We're doing quite well on the board right now. 5 good answers gone. Means there are 6 left that are available. Fluffy Buddy currently on for the maximum. The Drahuska has gone for an overbid, so is going to be missing on one of their darts, unfortunately. Anybody else in overbid territory? Not quite. No. Tadaro did bank out on 500. I've seen that happen. And another player's also banked out on... a couple of players actually have banked out on 1500 there. Milk and Sportsy, to name a few. And Midget on the internet also as well. Okay, next up, we're going to go to Raymond van Barneveld. Well, that's a name and a half, isn't it? Barney? Did Barney win? Yes, Barney did win in 2006, 2007. That was the year that Raymond van Barneveld, or Barney, won. And that was a good answer for Ben. You are banked out on 7,500, as well as Flyboy as well. Though, of course, that's not secure until the end of board number 3. Safe. Deal, Noel. Not quite. Next. Gerwin Price. Well, we had Michael Van Gerwin, another Gerwin up here. Gerwin Price, yes, Welsh Gerwin Price, did indeed win. Yes, won in 2020/2021 amidst the COVID lockdown. So, yes, was a lockdown winner, Gerwin Price. So, yes, both of the Gerwins were fine. Michael Van Gerwen and Gerwin Price, definitely not confusing at all when you've got so many Gerwins and so many Lukes kicking around. It's just what it is. And there's also the Michael Smith we've got on the board as well versus Michael Van Gerwen. Just lots of duplicate names. Apparently, these are very darts names. That way. Next up, we're going to go to Adrian Lewis. Adrian the Jackpot Lewis. This is another good answer. Yes, won 2 straight titles, 2010-11 and 2011-12. So many Gerwins, so many Mervyns. Go in and go in and go in, go in, go in and go in and go in, go in, go in and go in and go in, go in. Doing very well here. We've got 8 answers down, only 3 good answers left on the board. 5 wipeouts still to avoid as well. That's very, very tasty. How are we doing at the top there? Prey's still looking for 1 more. Fluffy Bunny is still looking for 3 more, so is still on for the maximum here. Let's see if they can check out with a maximum. Next up, we're going to Michael Smith, the other Michael. Michael may miss and Michael may hit. Michael Smith, another correct answer, won in 2022/2023. They're both on a 9. They're both on a 9. Oh, God, that moment. Honestly, that moment when they're both... I can't speak! It's such a good clipped moment. It really is. Am I okay? No, seriously. I can't spake is a direct quote. It's a direct quote from that video. It's like 2 minutes long, and it's Michael Van Gerwen, Michael Smith, just playing a leg of darts. They're both on 9 darters. That is the greatest leg of darts that you will ever see. I can't spake. It's so good. Both commentary, both in the commentary duo there, riffed perfectly on each other, and the darts themselves also just amazing. You may I go watch it now? You may indeed, while we still reveal some other answers, Ben, because currently you're not pinned on any of these other remaining answers, unless, of course, we go for a second round of bidding. You may want to just pay attention, just in case that happens. But we continue on. Next, Simon Whitlock. Now, Fluffy Bunny at the top of the board has not gone for Simon Whitlock. Drahuska, Natter, Shadowmane, Colo have gone for Simon Whitlock. Is this a correct answer? If so, then Fluffy Bunny is going to be 1 over, will be wiping out somewhere. Is it a correct answer? Or is it a wipeout? No! Simon Whitlock, Australian, unfortunately runner-up in the 2009 and 2010 season there. So yeah, a runner-up, did not win the World Darts Championships at any point, but very, very close to doing so. And so that is a wipeout, unfortunately, for 8 players. Hard luck there, but we still have 2 more boards to play. You can easily catch it up. Fluffy Bunny is still on for the maximum here, though. Next, and this is one of their answers, we've gone with John Part. This one is a Canadian player, John Part, and is indeed a winner. Yes, won in 2002-03 and 2007-08. John Part was indeed a winner. Very well done if you did identify the Canadian on the board there. Rias currently on 22,500 at the top there. Fluffy Bunny is still on for the maximum. Looking for 1 more good answer to check out on this board. Let's see. They've gone for Dennis Priestley, as well as, I believe, the Vixen there, as well as Oren, as well as BBQ. Is Dennis Priestley the final correct answer on the board to secure the maximum for Fluffy Bunny? It absolutely is. He's only got a bloody done it. Des Priestley was, of course, the first WDC championship champion, but that was his only title. Yes, the first WDC champion, the only title to his name. The others there are all wipeouts. Mervyn King, not to be confused with the governor of the Bank of England between 2003 and 2013, not a PDC championship either. We've got Peter Manley, 3 times a runner-up, never a champion. Kevin Painter, runner-up in 2003-04, and Johnny Clayton won the Premier League darts in 2021, but never a World Darts Championship winner. So there you go. That was awesome, says Ben. Yeah, it is an awesome clip. It really is. I heard, I can't spike. I can't spike. Anyway, at the end of board number 1, let's have a look at the scores. We know who's at the top, but how's everybody else doing currently? We've got 2 rows, just nearly 3 rows of wipeout scores, but we've still got 2 more boards to play out. On the top row, we've got Danny, Mark, Puzzledan, Prey, Rias, and at the top of the wall, with the maximum at risk, 33,000 each. But it could all still be lost. Though that was a good board there for Fluffy Bunny, he could still lose absolutely everything on the remaining 2 boards. Exactly, Proogs. A lot to lose if you're at the top. You must still give me at least 1 answer on the board. If you fail to give me an answer, I will wipe you out as a penalty. So, let's move on to board number 2. I'd like to teach the world to shell in perfect harmony. Coca-Cola, says Mark. Well then, I mean, why bother dragging it out? Yes, which of these are the names of real Coca-Cola Creations limited edition flavours? Oh, goodness me. Yeah, starting in 2022, Coca-Cola, because apparently people under 25 somehow never heard of their brown sugar water, has decided to attempt to tap into Gen Z by creating the line of drinks known as Coca-Cola Creations. These, in the words of Coca-Cola, use non-traditional branding to spark conversation. They come in a can, and you advertise them on Twitter. How is this non-traditional? Anyway, on the board, the names of 11 of these pretentious little buggers, and your job is to find them and avoid the 5 that aren't, because then only we'll be happy, and that's what Coca-Cola hates. So there will be names of potential variations of Coca-Cola Creations. 11 are indeed correct. 5 of them have been made up. Good luck. Here we go.
Answers are...
And your 45 seconds starts now. And yes, this is only coded. I mean, I did also say it as well. 11 of these are genuine Coca-Cola Creation flavours. 5 of them are not. 20 seconds to make your minds up. 10 seconds. Last chance. Make sure to lock at least 1 answer down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now there is time. So Fluffy Buddy at the top, not going bold here, just trying to do the bare minimum with 1 bid. Rias, though, in second place, is going for a fairly big bid of 8. Prey at the top row. Again, go for the bare minimum 1. Puzzledan, bare minimum 1. Mark, though, is going for a full maximum bid of 11. This could be a very, very tight game going into board number 3, if that's the case. Danny's gone with the 8, currently sitting on 10,500, so there's some big bids out there. Oren's gone with 10. How's Drahuska? Drahuska has gone for the full bid of 11. We'll see if that works out for them. But we've got Mark, we've got Drahuska going for a maximum bid. Oren's gone for a bid of 10. These are some very, very bold bids indeed. Okay, let's start revealing some answers. We're going to go with Oreo. Yeah. Launched in 9th of September last year, apparently Oreo released Coke-flavoured cookies too. Because one big conglomerate bastard wasn't enough. Apparently Nabisco wanted that sweet liquid revenue as well. Yeah, Oreo, Coke, and then Coke, Oreo. because they did a switcheroo thing. I have not tried either, and I currently have no interest in trying either way. Like, Oreos are fine on their own. Coke is fine on its own. I've never concerned myself with dipping an Oreo in Coke before. Neither have I wanted to have both flavours at the same time. So, you know. So do the Coke Oreo and Oreo Coke just to get it on both sides? It tastes okay at best. Thank you for the review there, Brian. Means I'm definitely not going to try it. Next, we're going to go to Starlight. Yes, indeed. This one's the one that started it all in early 2022 with a taste allegedly inspired by space or vaguely fruity, if you're a realist. This had a few different names, either Intergalactic in the UK or Stardust in South Korea or even Starshine in Thailand. Well, there you go. Starlight is apparently a flavour of Coke. And only says, it was kind of like a blueberry muffin. I don't want things that kinda taste like things. I want things that taste like actually things. Okay? I don't want to taste Starlight, thanks. Yeah, apparently that's what space tastes like. Yeah, no, I don't want to taste space. Taste the rainbow? Sure. I'm happy with tasting the rainbow with Skittles, but tasting space? No. That's where I draw the line. Let's continue on. Marshmallow. Not marshmallow. Marshmallow. Because apparently you want to taste marshmallow? Apparently that's a thing, yeah. The most normal one of the entire lot. A conjunction with musical Nothing Marshmallow in June of 2022. It's just strawberry and watermelon Coke in it. It's not even interesting in liquid form. But yeah, marshmallow, if you wanted to taste marshmallow, which is apparently, strawberry and watermelon. Which actually, strawberry and watermelon as a flavour in Coke kind of works, maybe? Tastes like it could work. Sort of trying to imagine it is like, yeah, maybe. Again, I'm not interested in, running out to the stores this very minute to try and work it out. But yeah. Because, Ben, and I quote, these, in the words of Coca-Cola, use non-traditional branding to spark conversation. So, literally what we're doing right now, that's what they want. This is what they wanted. So we've played right into their hands. Next! Why 3,000? Because apparently it costs 3,000 yen. No, has nothing to do with that at all, no. The decision of the flavour profile for this one was powered by AI. As if the others weren't. Allegedly, the taste of the year 3000 is Coke mixed with banana and expired cough syrup. Jesus fucking Christ. Far better to lick the fluff off the album cover off your greatest hits of Busted CD and cry yourself to sleep. Jesus Christ, these Oni! Just give me a moment, please. Let's make a flaming Homer sounds much better than that. Anyway, with 4 answers down and we've got another more to go. How are we doing at the top? Mark is still on for the maximum, 7 left to go. Fluffy Billy still looking for their 1 though. Riaz looking for 5 more. How's Drahuska doing currently on the board? 7 left to go, so is still on for the maximum as well. Next, we're going to go to Ultimate. You see, now that Ultimate, I could sort of get behind as a name of a flavour if you want to be super pretentious about stuff. The others, they're crap. But Ultimate, I could kind of get behind as a name of a flavour if you want to be pretentious about it. And, yeah, it does work, yeah. Not the last one ever made, but... So why then? Apparently Coca-Cola can't afford a dictionary. This was released in June of 2023 in conjunction with League of Legends developer Riot Games. Apparently, the flavour is, get this, plus XP. No, you heard right. Plus XP. That is the flavour. As written by an advertising exec who deserves 12 fewer teeth than he actually has. Jesus Christ, only. Plus XP. Plus XP. As in, you gain XP by drinking it. Ash, it's the weekend and you're making me angry. I don't want to be angry at the weekend.
Chia 100 silver scrapes intensifies.
Thank you for the 100 bits there, Danny. Yeah, so, absolutely. I agree. At least it's not Vista. Again, it has nothing to do with Windows. Plus XP is... I am not even getting into it. Anyway, we're continuing on. Next... we're going to the dream world. So we had Starlight earlier. That was a flavour. What's the flavour of dream world? So, get this. Yeah, sounds like a crap theme park, but no, it was a real flavour launched in August of 2022. It's been described as Gen Z's passion for the infinite potential of the mind by exploring what a dream tastes like by morons. But what's the flavour? What's the flavour? Stop giving me this high concept bullshit. So LSD flavoured, yeah, let's go with that. If it is that, say it. Say it's that and class it as a Class A drug. Yeah, cocaine worked back in the day. Jesus Christ. But anyway, Dream World, yeah, it's a flavour of Coca-Cola. We continue on. By the way, must say, for legal reasons, they do not contain cocaine anymore in Coca-Cola. I felt like I had to say that, otherwise I feel they may have been a knock at the door if I didn't. Next, K-Wave. Really? K-Wave? Like Korean wave? Something like that? Yeah, this is surprisingly unpretentious. The flavour's described as fruity fantasy. Okay, fine. And buying them as a 4-pack gave you a free ticket to stream a concert in South Korea later on in the year. So yeah, it was sort of Korea-related, but only by the promotional aspect of it. And fruity fantasy, like Final Fantasy, but fruity. I mean, there's already like gay-coded characters and things like that in Final Fantasy, whatever. Fruity fantasy, that's a thing. Slanderous. Okay, fine, Ben. Either way. K-Wave is correct, yes, at K-Pop. I mean, that's literally what it is, isn't it? That's literally what it is, Puzzle Dan, isn't it? It's K-Pop. Oh, yeah, I wish I had that button now, Proof, but I don't. Anyway, we've got 7 answers down on the board, 4 left to go. Mark is still on for the maximum right now. Rias is still looking for 3. Fluffy Buddy's still looking for their 1 answer. It's getting mighty tense at the top of the board right now. Danny's still looking for 2 more. Oren's still looking for 3 more to complete their set. Next, let's continue on to Soul Blast. Now, so this is the one that Fluffy Bunny is looking to complete their sets with. Their set of 1, shall I say. Oh, hello, Nata.
Fail Fish 100.
K-Wave, Dreamworld, year 3000, anything to make the Coca-Cola stocks rise?
That's literally the premise that they're going with. Yes, indeed. Thank you for the 100 bits there, Nata. Soul Blast. Is this the name of a flavour of Coca-Cola? It is. Fluffy Bunny is safe at the top right now, though it looks like Mark and Rias will be overtaking shortly. For Soul Blast, an Asian exclusive one, this was released in conjunction with the 2022 anime film Bleach: 1,000 Year Blood War. Stated to have an action flavour, because apparently that's a thing. I mean, surely that just tastes like blood at that point. Which to me implies they accidentally drank actual bleach, and the action is their bodily function streaming. There we go. I'm on the same lines that Oni's going for there. That Coca-Cola bleach is probably not what you want, but yeah, it's action flavour. Tastes like... oh, God, walking. No. No.
Chia 100.
No. Has only been possessed by Anne Robinson.
I hope not. Thank you for the 100 bits there, Sunny Cat. Only can deny or prove that, I guess. But we are still on for a maximum here for Mark. Rias is still looking for 2 more. Oren's looking for 2 more. Danny's looking for 2 more on the top row right now. Oh my God, what is going on with this board? We'll continue on, though, to Bite. Oh, Bite Me. Yeah, it was only a matter of time before they tried to go after the gamers with a Z. According to the geniuses at Coke, the meta... Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no, they're not using that word, are they? Oh, God. Yeah, the metaverse tastes like berries and artificial sugar. The artificial sugar I can agree with. The berries, nah. That's not what the metaverse tastes like. That's what you have tasted with this one, introduced in April of 2022, invented by someone whose idea of gaming started and finished with Candy Crush. Preach. The problem with Bite Colour is that it's full of bits. Oh, God, no. But yeah, Bite was indeed correct. Bite me. And so the situation we've got is 2 more good answers, 5 wipeouts to avoid.
Cheer 100 after this round. I am gonna stick with water.
You're going to stick with water. Probably a wise decision here. But thank you for the 100 bits, Brian. I do actually have some Diet Pepsi to hand right now. Not Coke, no, Diet Pepsi, because I'm not a heathen. Anyway, 2 good answers, 5 wipeouts to avoid. Where are we going next? It gets worse and worse. Happy tears, because apparently that's what you want to do, is drink happy tears. Yes. TikTok ruins everything. Part 3 million of a never-ending series. This UK-US exclusive was sold on the TikTok store, because of course it was, for Random Acts of Kindness Day 2024. That was February the 17th for those playing along at home. They infer it's the timeless Coke taste infused with a salty splash of minerals for taste. I'm not even going to read that final sentence only. I'm just going to leave that just you for everyone else to consider instead. My God, no. Happy tears. Just no. Why? No. Just don't. Just don't. Honestly. Anyway. Rias has completed their set, 40,500 in second place. Mark is looking for one more to complete their maximum set. Have they done it? Have they completed the maximum? Well, they're hoping for Wazza, not Wazza or Wazap. No, Wazza. Apparently that's a word. To complete the set, is Wazza a flavour of Coca-Cola? It absolutely is, and Mark's gone and done it! There's 2 perfect boards now. Wazza was launched on Africa Day 2024 on the 23rd of May. This flavour is a tropical berry one. You see, that sounds great. Go with tropical berry. I had to find that out elsewhere because the official Coca-Cola site is too busy yammering on about contemporary typography, i.e. the logo has art in the letters now, to actually talk about the flavour. But yeah, if you just go with tropical berry, that sounds good. Don't go with Wazza. You miss Pepsi Blue. We still have Pepsi Blue over here, Danny. The other answers are wipeouts, though. I'm being instructed to go and... those. Yeah, thanks. Oh, yeah, that other one definitely will be useful in a moment. We'll get to that in a moment. But we do have a Pepsi Blue type thing over here still. Other ones are wipeouts, and we didn't hit a single one. Well, some of you may have given me an answer, but these are all wipeout answers. So, going to start off with OK. So in 1993, Coke attempted to market to the counterculture of Gen Z by releasing OK, a soda that advertised to them about as effectively as the "how do you do, fellow kids" guy, and in doing so alienated everyone else. Fun fact, the person responsible for this also did the disastrous New Coke campaign in the 80s, so failing upwards in capitalism isn't a modern thing then. So there was a Coca-Cola brand, but it wasn't a Coke flavour as of the 2022 Creations set. So that was probably the most tricksy of the lot. Buzz, that's a non-branded Coke replacement from The Simpsons, which actually was sold in 2007 in certain US 7-Eleven stores, rebranded as Quickie Marts for the release of The Simpsons movie. Also, it's the name of an unrelated Egyptian soda. Positive, Oni is being mean here because a positive symbol could be a thumbs up. And thumbs up, without the B, is a Coca-Cola that was made in India since the 1970s, following Coca-Cola pulling out of the country due to legislation, meaning that they have to reveal their recipe. So yeah, sort of 2 levels deep there on thumbs up as a separate soda. Code Blue. Mountain Dew has a Code Red, which is cherry flavoured, but there's no such thing as a Code Blue, sadly. And then Zoop was released in 1995. Zoop was a very weird puzzle game has nothing to do with drinks. Released on pretty much 8 million different consoles. It didn't really work because this was the 90s and everyone who wanted a puzzle game was playing Tetris instead. So yeah, the last one, Zoop, nothing to do with drinks whatsoever. It was the name of a puzzle game. That there is the end of the Coca-Cola Creations round. Thanks, Oni. Let's have a look at the scores. How many do we have in the wipeout zone this time round? Currently 2 rows. Just 2 rows, so actually better than the previous round. As we keep ticking up our top row, we have got Happy Dude, Danny, Fluffy Bunny, Oren, Rias, and currently top of the board is Mark on 47,000! 47,000 in this economy. That is a very impressive score, Mark. And then thank you to Oni for that second board. Well, do I say thank you? I don't know. This knowledge that you've bestowed upon us is sort of double-edged. I don't know if I like it or not. But it's thanks, I guess. I think that's the way to describe it. Thanks, I guess. You're going to play safe this next round? Well, will you, Mark? Let's find out. Board number 3. And I do have a sound effect for this. Thank you, Ben. There we go. There we go. Folks, what do we think? While I continue pressing this button because I can. What do we think? Geese, duck, geese, goose, honk, untitled goose game, hail and pace. Oh, that stunk. Pace was never an option. Duck, 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 goose game, untitled goose game, buildings, untitled goose game, task, cars, unrelated to Boosie category, untitled goose game. Ash, I'm worried about my dukes now. Well, I can tell you that it is going to be the following. Question info coming in. Which of these are jobs on the Goose's to-do list in House House's untitled goose game? It's a lovely morning in the village, and you are a horrible goose. One of the most wholesome indie games of the last 10 years, and not just because of the amazing Debussy soundtrack, Untitled sees you take on the role of a horrid goose hell-bent on causing havoc in the village. But which of these jobs are a part of the Goose's to-do list? Identify the 11 jobs from either the initial lists or the later lists, unlocked after completing the main game. Also, honk. So we're going to give you the names of tasks that may have featured on the list of jobs that the goose could do either in the initial or latter lists. 11 are truthful to the game. 5 have been completely made up and you will not feature in the game. I'm actually going to get some Debussy up for this, I think. Because why not? I'm going to do that, and we'll get some Prelude stuff up instead. Yes, indeed. So if we're all ready, you want minstrels. All right, let me get minstrels. If you want minstrels, I'll put the word minstrels into the search term. Right, if you're ready, then answers are...
Answers are...
And your 45 seconds starts now. "30 seconds. "20 seconds. Make sure to get me a bid of at least one in. 15. Oh yeah, I should probably play some more honks, shouldn't I? There we go. 5 seconds. And that there is time. It's just it's so good. This music really is so good for the game as well. It's so good for the game. It really is. So, we have... What do we have bid-wise? Mark! I mean, he said he was going to go safe, but he's actually put a bid of 3 in. Rias has gone for a bid of 4. Very, very close at the top then. Aura's gone for a bid of 8. Trying to go for the overtake, potentially, at the top there. Fluffy Buddy not playing it risky at all, just going for a safe 1. Cetra is going bold, must be said, going for the full 11. Tips has gone for 9, I can see. We've got Drahuska with 11. We've got Sue's going for a bid of 11. Nat has gone for a bid of 11. There are quite a few bold bids out there, but have you got them all right? That's the question. Will we get another maximum? Will we get a full maximum game tonight? That'd be kind of crazy if it is. some of these are potential spoilers, Silent Marine. So if you've not played the game, you may want to look away for the next 10 minutes or so. But some of these are potentially spoilers in that they talk about things that happen later on in the game than the first level. Let's put it that way. Okay. Yeah, it's not exactly story heavy, but it does describe some things that do occur later on in the game. Whether or not that actually spoils the fun for you, that's your judgment, I guess, on this. We're going to start revealing some answers. We're going to go for get into the garden. Yeah, pretty much the first job everybody does in the first level is garden. Level 1 on the initial list. Yes, get into that garden. Next, get on TV. Yes, the camera loves the goose. High Street, that's the level 2, again, on the initial job list. Next, we're going to trap the boy in the phone booth. Also correct there. Yes, fun fact, the wimp, name of that character, is the only character who will actively flee from you. Putting him in the phone box will never not be funny because apparently I'm a sadist. This is on the High Street level, which is level 2, on, again, the initial job list. Next, rake in the lake is correct. Yes, also part of the first level. Steal the groundskeeper's rake and put it in the lake. Level 1 garden on the initial list. So far, 4 answers good. 7 left on the board that are good, and 5 wipeouts to avoid. How are we doing bid-wise? Cetra is still on for a maximum bid here. 7 left to go. Nata's doing the same. Sue also doing the same. So 3 maximum bids still active at this time. Next, going to make the old man fall on his bum, because that's lovely and funny. Yes, it is, yes. Because he's old and playing darts and people falling is funny. This is level 4, the pub, on the initial job list. Continue on to stealing a pint glass and dropping it in the canal. Steal a pint glass and drop it in the canal. Yes, indeed. Yes, now you're just becoming a public menace. Again, level 4, the pub, on the initial job list. And how is Cetra doing? Remaining bid of 5. How is Nata doing? Remaining bid of 5. How is Sue doing? Remaining bid of 5. They're still on for the maximum here, folks. Next, we're going to steal the beautiful miniature golden bell. Yes, because it's mine and we wants it. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry, I'm not going to do the voice. Model Village, that's level 5 on the initial job list. Yes, steal the beautiful miniature golden bell. They're all on a maximum. They're all on a maximum. They really are. The 3 players still with 4 left to go. It is still doable. Drahuska, unfortunately, has been left in the wake, has got at least 2 wipeouts currently to their name. But there are 3 players still on for the maximum bid here. I can't speak. I can't speak. Instead, I'll let the goose do it for me. Thank you. Some great commentary there from the goose. Next, get dressed up with a ribbon. Get dressed up with a ribbon? Also correct, yes. The most handsomest goose looks very smart with his ribbon in the back gardens. That's level 3 on the initial job list once again. I can't honk. 3 good answers left to go. Next, this is a long one. Make someone from outside the high street buy back their own stuff. That's quite a descriptive task there. Yeah, make someone from outside of the high street buy back their own stuff. It's a good answer. It's a very good answer. Yes, this is an extension of the level 2 initial job of making someone buy back their own stuff. Spoiler alert, it's usually the wimp. Again, high street level 2 on the later job list. Okay, situation stands as this. There are 2 good answers left on the board unrevealed. Cetra, Sue and Nata are still on for a maximum here. At the top of the board, we've got Oren has overtaken Mark there by 500 points. Each of them on the top there one answer left to go. Only is our first secured player on 34,500. Fluffy Bunny with 34,000 and Danny 33.5. Some big scores tonight. Must be said, some very big scores tonight. Could we get into the 50,000s though with Oren and Mark? It's very, very possible. Continuing on, are we going to do the washing? I mean, surely that's a very generous thing to do as a goose. A very friendly thing. That's not a being a public menace at all, doing the washing. But yeah, trying to be helpful here, even if the pond is not an ideal place for slippers. I mean, you know, what's a goose got to do? You know, there's no sink available. You might as well do it in the pond instead. Yeah, back gardens level 3 on the initial task there. So Oren has banked out on 53,000. Mark has banked out on 50,000. Massive scores in Wipeout tonight. In Only Connect in Wipeout tonight. We still have Cetra, Suyu, and Nata with maximum bids left to go. One answer apiece. Have all three of them achieved the maximum on the final board? That would be kind of crazy if they have. All three of them. No, not all three of them. Ralph did, but Cetra did not here. Cetra did not go for. Suyu and Nata have gone with get thrown over the fence. So we're not going to get all three on the maximum here. If this is the final correct answer, then congratulations to Suyu and Nata. If it's a wipeout, hard luck to Suyu and Nata. It could still be on here for Cetra. Ralph is still at risk here on 38,500 doots. Get thrown over the fence? Is that the final task? It is the final task! Cetra, hard luck! You're so close, but unfortunately gave me a wipeout answer. We've had two players get the maximum there. Congratulations there to Suyu and Nata. Some great performance there. Yes, get thrown over the fence is steal a crate from the pub, drag it to the gardens, hide in it, get thrown over the fence. Simples, really. Back gardens level 3 on the later list for that there. All these other ones then, which we didn't see, are all wipeouts. So let's go over them. We've got go to church. I love this description here. We are the spawn of Satan and would literally burst into flames if we crossed the threshold of a church. One of the extended jobs is to complete all the jobs before the church bell sounds, but we don't ever go inside said church, so that's not on the list. Putting a carrot on the bust in a rude place. Yeah, please. It's a family game, this. You have to dress up the bust in back gardens, but in a tasteful way. That's being with a hat and a pipe. Sit atop the miniature village so all will love you and despair. No, we just need to break into it and steal the bell in the mole village and take it all the way home. Also, this is a line from Lord of the Rings. Break someone's arm. You're a goose, not a swan. And also, a family game. You do have to break a broom in the high street and a dartboard in the pub, but those are acceptable tasks. Breaking someone's arm, that's no good. That's no good. And win the hearts of the villagers. Again, did you miss the memo? You are a horrible goose. The closest it comes to being awarded a flower at a pub for flapping and honking. Yes, all of those there are wipeouts. Those are not tasks that a goose would do. All of the others are tasks that a goose would do. And I shall leave it to the goose to say the final words. Absolutely. I think that is absolutely the right sentiment to have there. All honks in chat. At the end of board number 3, the end of the final board, let's have a look at the final scores. How many did we have finally wiping out there? Just 8 players ending on 0. Wow, that's a really good performance tonight there. But hard luck there to Shadowmane, Sportsy, Cetra, Milk, Silent Marine, Baron, Polska, Andrahuska. Our top winners, though, Oren, runaway of 53,000 dukes. Crazy. Absolutely crazy scores there. Congratulations on those scores there. Some incredible games there. Incredible boards as well. Counterpoint, honk. I'm afraid the goose has something else to say to you there. Yeah, unfortunately that. But yeah, just amazing performance there, and thank you again to Oni and to Ralph and to Ben for the 3 boards that we had this evening. Really great boards, and I hope you enjoyed playing them. Let me actually put some names to things here. That is our game of Wipeout this evening. Later on, in a couple of minutes' time, I'll give you a quick break. May play some more Debussy, because why not? I'll give you a quick break, and then we'll be heading on into 1 versus 100, which is all played in Twitch chat. A nice, easy game to get into if you're joining in late and things like that. So sit tight. I'll give you a couple of minutes' time, and it's time to head on over to the credits, if I can remember how to do that. Credits, do the thing, press the button, and yeah, this. Oh, you want that one? Okay, I'll get that one queued up. I'll see you in a bit. Some absolutely incredible scores in Wipeout this evening, but it does continue on with even more bigger scores. Bigly, that's how it all works, right? Biglier scores in 1 versus 100. Could be a millionaire, could be a multi-millionaire, depending on the game that you decide to play. Will anybody walk away with a jackpot in a moment's time? We'll see you in a couple of minutes' time. Yes, that's the sexy Dutch music. Room code MPXJ. That is the room code that you need to enter in for tonight's edition of 1 vs 100. MPXJ. And while Mr. Xylophone Man is doing his duties, I'll quickly go over some continuity. No site, Jessica. This one is done purely in Twitch chat, so you just enter it in right below right now. Quickly do some continuity for the weekend ahead. So we've got Mr. Benjamin. I mean, you've already seen him in chat, making suggestions of Debussy, etc., and writing some boards about gooses, or geese. I suppose that's the plural he's supposed to be using there. But he will be hosting some quiz tomorrow. So, no Benjamins. Okay, I'll go Bennington. We'll go with Bennington then instead. Bennington will be here tomorrow evening. Well, not here, but over on his stream tomorrow evening on the 25th of January. With some game night, a bit like what I do, but different. I guess is the way to describe it. But it's much the same kind of thing. But with 3 completely different games, all his own original premises. We've got Cryptex, we've got Red Herrings, we've got The Escape Artist. That's all happening tomorrow evening at 8 p.m. over on Royal_Flush, his channel. Outside of that, there's nothing from Topper currently on hiatus between a season. JB may be streaming at some points this weekend. Depends on how they're feeling. They were doing a stream yesterday.
100.
Oh, hello.
This game is simple. Either you win or they win. I'll ask you and the mob the same multiple choice question. Get it right, you stay in the game. When the mob gets it wrong, they're out and you win doots. But if you're wrong on just one question, the banker calls and laughs at you and you win nothing.
You see, that's what this game has been missing, is a banker. That's what this game has been missing, is a banker to mock you in your game. Yeah, that's what I need to do. Thank you for the 100 bits. Thank you for that great idea. I'll add that alongside Set on Tian. There will be a Wheel After Dark tomorrow. That is what we love to hear. So over on JB's channel, if I could do the shout out correctly, I have to wait another 16 seconds before I do that, so I'll waffle for a bit and then press the button. But over on the Dubster Lounge, JB Henry XIV, there will be some Wheel After Dark on late on Saturday night. It's sort of like 2 in the morning here, UK time. It's a more comfortable, like 8 or 9 p.m. time over in the States. And Prey is going to be casting some Dr. Mario. We'll see that in a moment, I guess. Let me press this button and see if it actually sends the shout-out out. Yes, there we go. There's the shout-out. Go give him a follow if you're not already doing so, but I'm pretty certain you already are. We really need a reboot on 1 vs 100, says Donna Cat. What, as in me do a redo of this, or as in reboot for TV? Either way, I agree with you. I do need to revamp this a bit, at the very least to put Hackbox into it, but also to add other variants such as Set on Tian and maybe some other special variations of 1 vs 100, but using a more flexible system, because at the moment it's very hard coded for those 2 variations, and it's very difficult to make it do anything else outside of those variations. So I may change it up a bit. 1 vs 50, I mean, there was intake at 50 at one point during the COVID. That was how they did their social distancing, was literally take out every other seat in the mob, and that just worked. So yes, there was 1 vs 50 at one point, but it was basically the same game as 1 vs 100, just with half of the mob. That's all it was. And at which point, if I did do something like that with a dynamic mob size, then we could just be 1 versus X and literally be as big or as small as I want them to be, and then we don't need to consider AI at that point. But it's nice to have a nice round number, isn't it? Any point when implementing this for a much smaller channel, did 160 lobby slots seem excessive? The only reason I extended it to this many was because of the 12-hour game show marathon that we did, Ben. Because I was anticipating that to have quite a big audience, and it ended up it did have a big audience. It was over 100 people watching, and at one point there were a lot of players joining 1 vs 100. That was when I made this lobby as big as it was, as big as it is right now, should I say. Previous to that, it was limited, but yeah, there was a reason why I made the lobby as big as it is currently. But yeah, you never know, might end up getting to that kind of popularity once again. We've got 65 viewers right now. So there's a good number of it out there to play along, and if you've never played 1 vs 100 before, it's a very easy game to get into. You just literally answer A, B or C on questions. It's as simple as that. Welcome to the game, Clive. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well. We've got 34 names in right now. Shall we go and pick our first one? Just get this game underway? I think we shall. Hello there, Jake. Hello there, Maxio as well. Just getting in time for the first roll. And that one. We've got Pyro Pygmy to start out tonight. This is all Ben's fault. This is all Ben's fault. Oh, okay. Well, clearly. You know what, actually? I should be shouting you out as well, shouldn't I? Since you have started doing some streaming again recently, Tipster. I should give you a shout out because you have got a Twitch channel and you have been recently restarting your streams. So, if you're not already following Tipster at the Pinnacle Larder, you should do that right now. He is trying to make a deal of more regular streams this year. Sundays, I believe, is sort of the day that he wants to go for, though could be more flexible than that, and may just want to be doing all sorts of things as and when he feels like doing so. But he's wanted to do some more streaming this year. So and he was doing some Balatro earlier on this week, yes, as he was also developing some of the on-stream layout as well. So if you're not already following Tipster, do so. He's a great pal. Immense help at QNL 1 and 2. Immense help in doing all the video editing as well for the year anniversaries, and just keeping on top of things on the Twitch channel as well, making sure all of the VODs get correctly archived on Twitch, etc. So yeah, Sundays at 4 p.m. is the hard set schedule that he's going for, and then possibly Tuesdays in that mix as well. So there you go. There's your schedule from Tipster side of things at the Pinnacle Larder. Definitely worth tuning into for more chill stuff. Probably not more poker. That was what he was doing a lot of time previously, and then there was also the Pinnacle Larder quiz as well. Probably not so much as that either, but I'll let Tipster, I would say, speak on that particular front rather than me trying to speak for him. But yeah, chill stuff, Penguin. I get it. Hi, Lee. Hope you're doing well. Pyro, I think you said you're going to play in chat. You just want to play in chat, as that must be fine. Which version of the game would you like to play, Pyro? Would you like the US or Dutch edition? That's the other question to ask. Might come back in the future, but not as a regular occurrence. Fair enough, Tipster. That's absolutely fair. You like the US game? All right then, Pyro. I'm going to press the button to allow you to have control of the game then. I'll let you do all the commands, etc. Have a bit of waffle in chat as well, just so that we're having a bit of interaction and things like that. And enjoy the game. Enjoy 1 vs 100. Everybody else in the mob, get ready to answer A, B, or C. It is as simple as that. You can whisper it to Quizbot 3000. You can answer in public chat, though, of course, be aware that your answers will be made public by doing so. We do not delete your messages here in this game. Also means that some people may just want to answer as a whisper to Quizbot 3000 first, and then give a phony answer in public chat. So, buyers beware, I suppose. Here is your first question coming up. Which of these following shows is hosted by Alex Trebek, or may have been hosted? Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, Jeopardy, or The Price is Right? So yes, X time. At time of writing, he was hosting, but unfortunately not anymore. Which of the following shows is hosted by Alex Trebek? Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, Jeopardy, or The Price is Right? So yeah, unfortunately not for the current era, but was correct at the time this was written. Well, this could be a question any time from 2019, Silent Marine. So yeah, we've got 6 years of questions. What are you thinking, Pyro? You believe it is B, mainly down to a Family Guy ref. Well, if you think it is B, then send that as a separate message, and you have done so. I mean, we've learnt a lot about question writing through all of this tip. Everybody, I think, has learnt at least a little bit about question writing. Jeopardy is indeed the correct answer, yes. Now hosted by an ex-contestant. You're all very good at the game, though. Literally everybody got that right. It's still 1 versus 100. Oh, the instructions manual for these fan collectibles created by Gary Dahl suggests that when confronted with an aggressive mugger, one should shout, "Attack!" and bash the mugger's head in. Bee babies, Furbies, or pet rocks? Oh, I see. The instructional manual for these fan collectibles created by Gary Dahl suggests that when confronted with an aggressive mugger, one should shout, "Attack!" and bash the mugger's head in. Is it Beanie Babies, Furbies, or pet rocks? I was like, where are we going with this? No, makes sense now. Welcome, Jack, to the game. Hope you're doing well. Pyro, we come to you. Can you work this question out? Very rare situation that we're on question number 2 with everybody in the mob still intact. We very rarely had that happen. Maybe like once or twice before? Across all of the 6 years that we've done it. What do you think, Pyro? Excuse me. Every time that Furbies are mentioned, you think of the Mogwai. Ah, okay. I can see why you might think that. As much as I'd like to bash a Furby's head in, a mugger would be more effective with a rock. So you're going to go with C. Why did I think Beyblade before the answers came up? Well, that would be some proper slashing damage, that would be. Pet rocks, though, that's for bludgeoning, and is the correct answer here. Ash, I made a whoopsie, says Puzzle Dad, along with ABME, Cetra, and Nuttercat. And Conrad Lack and Maxio. 12 mob members getting that one wrong means Pyro, you're already into the money. You're on 1,000 dukes currently, 8 away from 5,000. So, would you like to take the 1,000 right now? Or do you want to take on the mob for a bit more? You are taking on the mob. Let's continue on. It is 1 versus 88. What's the 23rd word of the US national anthem, the Star Spangled Banner? Banner? Is it stripes, checkers, or polka dots? Oh, you're very generous. Mob, please lock in your answers. What is the 23rd word of the US national anthem, the Star Spangled Banner? Is it stripes, checkers, or polka dots? Generous options are generous. And Mob is in. Come on, man, I was enjoying working it out. I mean, you can still work it out if you want, Clive. We can do this 1% club style. I'll give you 30 seconds on the clock. And that's why you need to read the question and answers, Tadaru. You did work it out, and then you looked at the answers. What are you thinking, Pyro? Wouldn't have had a clue if stars came up as an answer, but there are some stripes, and you have gone for the stripes. And you're good to do so. Yes, indeed, the stripes is the 23rd word. Oh, audio, hello. Drohuska and AI number 86, being 86th from the game there, as we're on 1 versus 86. We're getting all the 86 references right now. You're still on 1,000 though, Pyro. 6 away now from 5,000, so up to you again. Do you want to take the 1,000? Or do you want to take on the mob? Mobbing it you shall. Here comes question number 4. Which bird's egg is generally the largest in size? Is it the owl, the ostrich, or the osprey? Mob, lock in your answers now, please. Which bird's egg is generally the largest inside? I love how much work the word generally is doing in that question. Is it owl, ostrich, or osprey? And Mob is in. Ape has seen things. Yeah, I dread to think. Clearly, there's a reason the word generally is in there. What are birds? Don't know. Do we know? Well, Pyro's gone with the ostrich. I think you're right to do so. Yes, indeed, it is the ostrich. 1 versus 86 becomes 1 versus 85. Though Opsy, I think, was AFK accidentally there, so just did not answer the question there. Means we're still on the first rung here. 1,000 doots for you here, Pyro, if you want to take it now. 5 away from 5,000. What do you want to do? We're struggling our way up the board here. And you are taking on the mob. It is 1 versus 85. What visible phenomenon regarded as a token of good luck by sailors is also known as corona discharge? Is it St. Elmo's fire, St. Helia's spark, or St. Pharaoh's light? Mob, lock in your answers now, please. What visible phenomenon regarded as a token of good luck by sailors is also known as corona discharge? Is it St. Elmo's fire, St. Helia's spark, or St. Pharaoh's light? And the mob is in. Pyro, we're over to you. And a good song it is as well. I do like that you know about St. Elmo's fire. Yes, indeed. Good answer. We're doing well. But also the mob is doing very well. We're what? 5, 6 questions in? And it's 1 versus 83. This is kind of crazy. Pyro, we're doing this the hard way. You're still on 1,000. 3 away now from 5,000. What do you want to do? Slow and steady wins the race. Well, hard to get there as well. In theory. The mob it shall be for another question. Here we go. One more for the road. In the United States, the statutory price of which precious metal has been $42.22 since 1973? Is it gold, silver, or copper? Mob, lock in your answers now, please. In the US, the statutory price of which precious metal has been $42.22 since 1973? Is it gold, silver, or copper? And the mob is in. I'm only half sure. Who the hell wrote this question? Oh, I wonder, Jack. I wonder. What are you thinking here, Pyro? Are you there, Pyro? Not entirely sure. Gut is thinking gold, but they all fluctuate. Well, you do have some helps. You've got Ask the Mob, you've got Poll the Mob, you do have Trust the Mob, and you also can Ask Me. When you're coming to ask, you will need to say either Ask Mob, one word, or Ask Host, one word, depending on which ask you'd like. You do have all the helps available if you think you need them now. Correct, Pyro, yes. Ask the Mob will pick 2 mob members out with 2 different answers. They get to reason out why they went their particular ways, one of which is the correct answer. All one word, Pyro, sorry. All one word. So condense it, take the space out. There we go. Hello there, Aidan. Welcome on in. You're more than welcome to join the game if you wish to. The room code is MPXJ. That's Mike Papa X-Ray Juliet. Feel free to join it if you want to play some 1 vs 100, or also feel free to just lurk around. Entirely up to you. So we're going to be asking the mob here. Means we're going to be picking 2 mob members out at random. One has gone the right way, one has gone a wrong way, though it won't tell us which is right and wrong, but it will tell us which options they gave individually. Okay, so we've got Woollyback went with A, and we've got a midget on the internet that went with B. That does mean, guaranteed, C is wrong. So anyone that gave me the answer of C, that is definitely wrong. But Woollyback on A, midget on B, feel free to give your reasoning why you gave your answers. Ooh, me. Yes, indeed, it did pick you this time, midget on the internet. Oh, excuse me. Not inspiring much confidence, must be said. Gold is just known to be pricey, says Midget on the internet, so potentially ruling it out because $42.22 sounds cheap. And isn't used much in making stuff apart from jewels. Well, Credo's thinking silver, but I mean, we're not asking you directly right now, but you're more than welcome to offer opinion if you wish. Woollyback says, on the other hand, 42.22 per what? And it's interesting, you don't actually have a unit of measure necessarily, but it's the statutory price of the precious metal. Is sort of the descriptor we're using here, the statutory price. A carat? Maybe. Well, that's what they think. Let's put that out of the way. And we come back to you, Pyro, for your consideration. I'm going to say, keep it to yourself until the question has gone dead. But you're going to go with your gut, says Pyro. Okay. You have gone with A. See, here's the thing. I've heard of a certain thing called the gold standard before, and that kind of would have been leading me to go with gold, but $42.22 just sounds very, very cheap for gold. Conversely, I remember the silver dollar being a thing, so if silver was being used in such coins, they would need to be pegged at a certain value in order for the silver dollars to maintain their dollar value, I suppose. So that may be giving me some consideration to go silver-wise. Which is the correct answer? It is the gold standard. Gold is correct. So, how many are gone? A lot have just gone. An awful lot have just gone. So, we said you were doing this the hard way there, Pyro, but all you needed was that one question, and suddenly 50 plus members have just gone. Just like that. And you you have gone from 1,000 doots up to 100,000 doots. You didn't decatuple. No. What's the prefix for 100 again? I forget. That's such a big number. What's the prefix for 100 in this case? Like deca is 10. Hecto, it could be hecto actually. Yeah, hectotuple. Have we hectotupled your doots here? Or centi. I guess centi also works. Yeah, centituple. Centituple. Centituple your doots from 1,000 up to 100,000 doots. Or in Balatro terms, a shitload of malt. Either way, you have survived the question, Pyro. You are well past the halfway point, means we get to give you the category for the next question before you make your mind up. And we have had to say goodbye to quite a few of our mob members as well. That was completely unexpected, but wow. Yes, indeed. 1 versus 25, a quarter of the mob left over. Let's have a look at what the next category could be. Music. If you'd like to play on, the next question will be on music. Or whether or not it's actually going to be music related, we'll see what happens. Because last time we played 1 vs 100, there were lots of music questions, even when it didn't say it was music. So what do you want to do here, Pyro? You can take the 100,000 right now, call it a day. Or you can take on the remaining 25 mob members for maybe a bit more. You're 5 away from 250,000. So it's hecto then is the 100x. So it's hecto-tupled then. What do you want to do, Pyro? It's your decision. Why not? Super simple decision. You were on 1,000, you're suddenly on 100,000. Might as well. No point in risking any more than that if you think you're going to be weak on the category. Yo, you didn't have 3 helps. You could have asked me. You could have trusted the mob that was remaining. Either way, take the 100k and run is still a respectable decision. And that is what you have just done. Congratulations, Pyro. A simple run, but a winning run nonetheless. And at the end of that, we had Wooly back, we had Brian, Nata, Ralph, Fluffy Bunny, CJ, Rias, Jessica, and Ice Tim that survived that game. Though we will be picking from literally everybody up here, apart from Pyro himself, for the next pass round. Congratulations, Pyro. Good performance there. And I think we should just get straight on into game number 2. Let's see who is going to be the one for game number 2. You're all in. Here's another catchphrase. As we go over to Drahuska. Bid 11. Does that mean we're going to be going for 11 questions? We'll see. But Drahuska, you have been picked by the RNG to be the next one this evening. So, what would you like to do here, Drahuska? What would you like to do? Just stay in chat, and it will be US. Hoping then that the same kind of situation that just befell Pyro will befall you as well. Well, I wish you the best of luck here, Drahuska. It is going to be a game of US in chat. If you're already in the mob, good luck. It is 1 vs 100 once again. And here's your first. According to the old proverb, what should you not look in the mouth? Is it a prize mule? Is it a gift horse? Or is it an English man? Mob, do your thing. According to the old proverb, what should you not look in the mouth? Is it a prize mule, a gift horse, or an English man? I have a feeling there is actually a 4th answer to this list. I'm not going to look at it right now in case you do have to ask me. What are you thinking here, Drahuska? Once you have answered, I will go and search it up just so I can see what option D was, because I have a feeling there is an option D to this question. Or maybe I'm wrong, I can't remember. What are you thinking, Drahuska? Well, proverbs, even more so English ones, are not my kind of thing. Okay. So may not have heard of this. Do you have helps available? And you're going to trust the mob on this. Okay, since you have locked in on trust, means I can now safely search the question without ruining things. I just want to see. Surely there's a 4th answer to this. Oh no, there isn't. There isn't a 4th answer, but apparently the factoid is that. That's the factoid, thanks. Thanks, Clive. So we're going to lock into the mob's most popular answer here for you, Drahuska. Let's see what they're doing for you. This was written in 2020, actually, Clive, so 5 years ago. They've locked in a gift horse for you. Yes, you do not look a gift horse in the mouth, is the phrase there. So good use of a help there. Bowling Ninja, not a cat, not Conrad Lack, Walking, and AI number 25 either not answering or give me the wrong answer. They have been knocked out. But you're doing well, Hydrohuska. Nothing on the bank right now. Let's go on to the question. Which of these is a river as opposed to an island? Is it Sardinia? Is it Amazon? Or is it Borneo? Mob, lock in your answers now, please. Which of these is a river as opposed to an island? Is it Sardinia, Amazon, or Borneo? Excuse me. Hello there, G-Isons.
But you can look a gift Ash in the mouth.
I mean, you can certainly gift Ash in the mouth. Oh no, maybe not. Don't gift me in the mouth. But I'm going to end that conversation right now. Thank you for the 54 months, though, G-Isons. Jahuska, save me! That's on the clip reel, isn't it? Oh god. Oh boy. There's some of my preferences revealed, just like that. Okay, Amazon, yeah, sure. Oh dear me. Oh god, we're still past the first rung here. AI number 33 getting that wrong. Everybody else got it right though. We continue on too. I know you do. Moving on to question number 3. Oh yes, my question, hello. The numbering system with a radix of 16 or is more commonly referred to as vigesimal, hexadecimal, or octal. Mob, lock in your answers, please. Since I wrote this question, I would ask you not to ask me, because otherwise it would be a bit of a spoiler. Numbering system with a radix of 16 is more commonly referred to as one of these. And Mob is in. So yeah, fortunately, don't ask me on this one because I will spoil it out. Last time I met Ash in person, when I stood up, he pointed at me and yelled, "Sit!" I did not. Lies and slander, that is only. Lies and slander. I did not. Oh no, then you did. Sorry, yes, you did then. Yeah, okay, fine, I did then. But that was just because you were about to get yourself a drink, and I said, no, I'm going to get you a drink instead. So you did then. Don't take this out of context. Anyway. Drahuska. We have got an answer in. And we're going with hexadecimal. Probably hexadecimal rather than hexadecimal. That's probably what the typo is here. Octal is 8. Vigesimal, I believe, is 20 base. Hexadecimal, though, is base 16. Must have been an old question. CJ Binks and AI number 48 getting that wrong. Jesus Christ, again, going the hard way here, Drewska, but maybe you will get gifted one question and rocket all the way up to 100,000. You're still sitting on nothing. Let's go to another question. Starring LeBron James and Bugs Bunny, the 2021 movie, subtitled A New Legacy, is a sequel to what 1996 basketball film? Is it Escape, Preserves, Delete, Marmalade, or Space Jam? This is where Ape was really getting into his rhythm with the question writing. Starring LeBron James and Bugs Bunny, the 2021 movie, subtitled A New Legacy, is a sequel to what 1996 basketball film? Yeah, this is where Ape's writing got absolutely amazing. You only know one of these. And you've gone with the Space Jam. Space Jam DVD, 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 Space Jam DVD. Oh, yes it is, indeed, Space Jam. Come on, Aslan. And welcome to the Jam. Unfortunately, they all got that right, Drahuski. You're still on nothing, 2 away. It's 1 versus 92 again. What is the C in Einstein's equation of E equals mc squared? Is it speed of sound, speed of light, or air density? Mob, lock in your answers now, please. What is the C in Einstein's equation E equals mc squared? Is it speed of sound, speed of light, or air density? And don't say C. As in C. Because yes, it is C, but it's not C for the purposes of the question. Necessarily. Don't just say C. Is it A, C, B, C, or C, C? No. A, C, D, C. B, C, A, D. I mean, if it landed on C, that would have been perfect, but no. Speed of light, yeah, that's C. And we just made it. Just making it on the first rung there. AI number 30 and Ralph getting it wrong or failing to answer. You're on 1,000 now, Drahuska. So now I get to ask you the question. Would you like to take the 1,000? Or do you want to take on the mob? You do still have 3 helps in hand. What would you like to do? First actual decision point. The Murney or the mob? Yates of PTSD, are you, Pyro? Could the next question be the one that goes from 1,000 up to 100,000? We'll see. Who is the only person to be twice nominated posthumously for acting Oscars? Is it James Dean, Heath Ledger, or Peter Finch? Mob, lock in your answers now, please. Who is the only person to be twice nominated posthumously for acting Oscars? Is it James Dean, Heath Ledger, or Peter Finch? And the mob is in. Could be the killer. Could be the killer. What are you thinking, Drahuska? Definitely using the thinking time. You have a really bad memory of actor names, so going to be asking the mob here. So it's going to pick 2 mob members out at random, 1 right, 1 wrong. Let's have a look to see who it picks. On the top row, we've got Buzzer Bob on A, and we've got TV Polska Marcini on B. Means C, Peter Finch, is definitely a wrong answer. Anybody that gave me C, unfortunately, that will be a wrong answer. Bob Marcini, feel free to give your reasonings as to why you gave your particular answers. You got selected, you did indeed. So why did you give me the answer of B, Heath Ledger? Buzzer Bob made a mistake and meant to pick B, actually. Ooh, interesting strategy. I kind of like it. And Marcini. Marcini? Can't give you much longer. We'll run out of music otherwise. Just went along with the rest. The only thing I know about James Dean was that he was present in the Monument Mythos ARG, and he was indeed an actor in the real world, probably starred in some romance movies. Okay. That's what Marcini thinks, and that's what Bob thinks. Sounds like Bob made a mistake, wanted to go with B. Marcini did go with B and just went along with the rest. So, that's what they're going for, Drahuska. Up to you. You can follow what they have gone with. You can also poll for a bit more information. You can also ask me as well. Also, they claim. They're very much true. They may just be giving you some false information here as well. If Bob knows it's definitely A, he doesn't necessarily want to give it away that it's definitely A. Instead, maybe steering you to go with B, get it wrong, means he gets to be in the seat next time. Or he could be truthful. I will hope Buzzer Bob didn't lie there. Okay. Going with Bob's truth here is the answer Heath Ledger to stay in the game. No, it's not. It is James Dean. And that would have been a big hitter. You would have been up to 250,000 doots on that question. Ouch. Didn't even realise that was... Oh, yes, absolutely allowed shapes. Back in the days of Weemers on stream, that was the first proper traitorous call in 1 vs 100 that we've had is from Weemers. And I've always wanted to do that. I am so sorry, says Buzzer Bob. But yeah, it's absolutely allowed. But the thing is now, no one will ever believe you ever again, Bob. No one will ever believe you ever again in anything. You have now set the record that is the case.
Tier 100 Ash, I know him in this, but after that move, Manifest Bob.
After that move, Manifest Bob. There aren't many to pick from. There are only 5 human names I see before me, so it could be Bob, currently on a 20% chance here. Thank you for the 100 bits there. Are we going to have a Vereda roll? We probably should have a Vereda roll, actually, just for a bit of fun. Does Bob's bluff pay off? We will see in a moment. The poll wouldn't have helped you either. No, the popular answer probably would have been B, Heath Ledger. And honestly, that would have been my answer going into this. But it was not the answer that we were looking for. Can we have one game of this where we don't have to play Extreme Ways? That's the thing, yeah. If Bob is in now, then is the mob actually going to help him at all? That would be so funny. That would be so funny. Right. Well, unfortunately, Drahuska, that is the end of your run. It is going to be a nothing. Thank you very much for playing, though. As you get Marcini.
100.
Buzzer Bob, unintentionally preventing one from getting the biggest mob wipeout in history.
It was a fairly big wipeout. Probably not the biggest one we've seen on stream, but very, very close to that. But let's have a look to see. It's a 1 in 5. Who's it going to be? Dutch for Red is the marble race. I mean, it is a good music. It's not Bob. It is Clive. Clive of legend. How many of his questions are we going to see tonight, folks? I'm hoping none, but it's Clive. Somehow he magically works his way around the system. We do have a Clive in the green room, so I'm just going to bring them in, and we'll say good evening, Clive. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How about you, Ash?
I'm doing very well indeed. Very good answer there. Only 1 of 5 human players to get that right. Was that just from memory of seeing this question before, or knowing about this kind of factlet?
I was a little bit lucky. I didn't think it was Heath Ledger. I thought Dark Knight or whatever it was the only one for him. And James Dean, I know, died relatively early in his career, so I thought a couple more might have snuck out after he passed. So it was sort of 50-50 between the other one, but educated guess towards him.
Bit of an educated guess, and it did work out for you in that case. Thank you to Theory for the 59 of the resub. Appreciate that as well. So close to the 60. 5 whole years. That's kind of crazy. Thank you again, Theory. Thank you, Kurt, for that resub. So yes, a factlet, Dev. Yeah, because I decided that's a word now. Clive, we're here once again. Do we want to put a side bet on how many of your questions we're going to see tonight?
Oh, We were lucky the last time I played, so I'm gonna go for 2.
I'm going to go for 2. All right. And
the low end.
with that in mind, which version of the game would you like to play?
Dutch, please.
Dutch it is going to be. So are you ready to play?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we are going Dutch. Let me press the right button. I was about to press the US rules there. Let's go Dutch as we go into 1 versus 100.
Oh, you do, Ash.
What a great start.
Yay.
What a lovely start, as always. It is going to be 1 versus 100 category, and we do always start on the easier side of things, so we'll do that. And folks, if you're already in the mob, here comes your first question. What is the name of 2019 American horror film written and directed by Jordan Peele? Is it Let Us or Out? Mob, lock in your answers, please. What is the name of 2019 American horror film written and directed by Jordan Peele? Is it Let Us or Out? And Mob is in. Clive.
I did worry for a second, but I think Get Out would be earlier than 2019 on Reflection, so it must be Us. Lock in B, please.
Yeah, it's a bit of a tricksy swerve on that one, because, yeah, I would have probably jumped to say Get Out on this, but there's only single-word responses here. So, is the answer Us? It is Us, yes.
Amazing to think Get Out was more than 6 years ago now.
Wow, yeah. So, how well have you done on that question? Well, so far, better than Drahuska and Pyropygmy on question number 1. Wow, okay. So, 37 members eliminated, each worth 10,000 to you. You're up to 370,000 dupes. Just like that. But the thing with the Dutch game, for those that don't know, you cannot walk away. You must go and stay the distance, whether you like it or not. Means you are either walking away with jackpot plus whatever you earn, or absolutely nothing. There is no middle ground. But you've already done about the third of the job here. 1 versus 63 is what you've got left after question number 1. So 2 more questions and we're done, surely, right?
Must be, yeah.
Must be.
I can follow up line graph.
I got you for 3 minutes, says Danny. Right, let's continue on to question number 2. The thing, though, that is afforded to you as an option is whether you want to go easier or harder on each question. So what would you like to do? What would you like to do on music?
Still rubbish on music, so we'll go easier, please.
We'll go easier on the music question. Here's the question. According to the title of a Strauss waltz, what colour is the Danube? Is it blue? Sorry, is it black? Is it green? Or is it blue? Oh... That's my Mel Giedroyc contribution for 2025. Oh dear, it's all going well today. According to the title of Strauss Waltz, what colour is the Danube? Is it blue, blue or blue? Clive?
No one can blame you. I read blue on the first one. I would not have called you out on it. Lock in C, please.
Sure thing.
Thank you.
Come on, AI. Get that wrong. Oh my god. Is it blue, blue, or blue? It's definitely blue, yeah. Oh boy. Oh, there you go. How did they do the mob? Oh, you don't deserve that. You don't deserve 2 eliminations of that. Jack, Wilfred, and Chrono getting it wrong or failing to answer. Whoops, forgot to answer, says Jack. So, just like that, you get an extra 31k, just because I made a boo-boo. Means you're up to 401,746 dukes. It's 1 versus 61. Let's continue to question 3. Oh, fantastic. We go over to sports ball. So, would you like an easier or harder question on this?
I
was
wouldn't
thinking
mind
you do have some escapes here, so...
Yeah, and I wouldn't mind knocking some people out. I might go harder.
Okay. Going harder on the sports category. Here's the question. Which country competes at the Olympics with the abbreviation of IRI, derived from its official long-form name? Is it Ireland, Iran, or Iraq? Mob, lock in your answers now, please. country competes at the Olympics with the abbreviation IRI, derived from its official long-form name? The island, Iran, or Iraq? And mob is in. Clive, any thoughts?
My gut says it's probably something like Islamic Republic of Iran or Iraq, but I don't know which of them would have that as its official name, and I'm not willing to take the 50-50, so I'd happily escape, please.
I'm going to use your first escape, yeah?
Yes, please.
Okay, so you are safe from the question no matter what. You will be taking a quarter of your current bank, and you won't be earning anything from the mob on this question. But just out of sheer curiosity, what would you have locked in?
Probably Iran.
Probably Iran. Okay, so let's go with option B. See how that goes. It's still sports, Riff. It's more sports than the other question was music. Let's put it that way. Is it Iran? It was Iran, so you would have gotten the right 50-50 there. But safety is what matters in this game. And not many getting eliminated, so not missing out on much cash. It would have been 8 mob members eliminated there. Ralph and Tadaru, along with 6 AI, brings it down to 1 versus 53, brings your bank down to 301,309, but you're in a safe position. 2 more escapes left to go, and of course you do have a doubler if you think that a particular question is going to be particularly devious. And we go on to languages. So, easier or harder on languages?
I'd like to think I'm okay on words, so I'll try harder.
Okay, going harder on languages. Here's the question. Which of these means a scientific name of a species being the same word repeated, such as ratus ratus? Is it a tautonym, a paronym, or a metonym? Mob, lock in your answers now. Which of these means a scientific name of a species being the same word repeated, such as ratus ratus? Is it a tautonym, a paronym, or a metonym? Interesting question. Mob is in. Clive, do you have enough lexicography to work this one out?
Oh, there's one that's really drawing my eye, but I'm worried that it may have been written because the person was looking for another word that would sort of mean the same thing. Tautonym, obviously, tautology is. I'm making sure that it's the right one and not an oxymoron. Yeah, oxymoron is contradiction. Tautology is like repetition. First rule of Fight Club and all that. So that one immediately jumps out at me. Paronym, I wouldn't know what the pair prefix would mean. Metonym, I think I've heard before, so it is worrying me slightly. But I couldn't remember what it meant, and it felt like if it was something as sort of semi-interesting as this, I would have remembered it. So I'm gonna gamble.
Okay.
At the very least, if I fail, we can all go to bed. So a reasonable time, and I'll lock in A, please.
I'm gonna lock in A. Okay. Looking on the question database, the 4th answer that could have appeared, which we know is wrong, is an allonym. That's another option there. But we know that's definitely a wrong answer. You've gone with tautonym, and you are right to do so. Yes, tautonym is the correct answer. Yeah, tautology is like a repetitious thing, so makes sense in the same context. I'll go over the others in a moment. But we do have to say goodbye to 14 mob members, including CJ Binks, Proogs, Maxio, Oni, Manic Volcanic, and Danny Gambit. So yeah, the other words, a metonym is a rejected term for something for which a valid term already exists, and a paronym is a derivative of a word with similar or associated meaning. So, yeah, kind of like a synonym, I guess, is another way. Like paronym, synonym-ish, similar, but not quite. And your metonym for a rejected term for a word that already exists, essentially. So, good answer. Didn't do as much damage to the mob there as you may have liked, but still enough. It's getting you some progress. 1 versus 39, you're past 500,000 doots in the bank right now. Let's continue on into history for the next category. What would you like to do here?
give myself a rest and go for easier, hopefully.
Going on the easier side of history, the question's this. Oh, lovely. Which of these genocides occurred in 1994? Is it the Shoah, Armenian genocide, or Rwandan genocide? Keep it light. Wow.
Sorry for laughing.
I didn't even realise this was in the database, but okay. Yeah, which of these genocides occurred in 1994? Leave the bloodbath to the mob performance. Yeah, indeed. The mob is in Clive.
Sorry. In the desperate rush for questions in the early days, we did write about anything, didn't we?
Pretty much, yeah. Literally anything with some merit. We just like, yeah, we'll write a question about it. Yeah, okay. Oh God.
Oh, I am desperately trying to remember the Eurovision song about the.
Oh God.
Oh, what is it called? It's I know it was a year. I think it was a year anyway. It wasn't 1994 anyway, so I don't think it's Armenian genocide. If that's the one I'm thinking of, I'd be terribly apologetic if I mixed up my genocides. I don't know what the Shoah is, unfortunately, but I think Rwandan was 90s. I did watch Hotel Rwanda back in high school, and I can't remember if it was during my lifetime or just before my lifetime or continuing as I was born, 95. But if I had to guess, I would say it was Rwandan. And I don't want to use my doubles with this many people, my escape with this many people left. But I think most of them are going to get it. So I'm going to go Rwandan.
Lock in C?
Yes, please.
So, interestingly, Shoah is actually an alternate name for what we would describe as the Holocaust.
Okay, so...
Shoah is the Hebrew name for that particular genocide.
Try and keep that in mind.
You've gone with the Rwandan genocide. And you are right to do so, yes. Nicely logicked out. Who has been eliminated? Okay, fair assessment from the mob as well. Jake, Pawson, Natter, and the Smashing of AI getting that wrong. That's adding another $250,000 to your bank. You're up to 821,000 and some change. Only say that the Eurovision song was originally Don't Deny, which became Face the Shadow, which was Armenia 2015, the 100th anniversary of that. And then the Armenian, was pre-World War II. Jamala's 1944 was about the Soviet oppression of Crimean Tatars, says Jack Wilford in chat there.
Thank you.
But you're on 1 versus 29 after that question. You're doing well here. You still have 2 escapes. You still have your double. Now we continue on to your first set of answer decisions here. Would you like question 1 or question 2 from the answers provided?
I feel like the first one's probably Trivial Pursuit, so let me sit here for a minute and try and remember what colors those are. I was going to say I'm probably not going to know 3, but I do know the rules of roller derby, and I like a sport that's adjacent to ice hockey, so I probably remember something from that. Let's go for 2.
Ooh, going on the slightly sportsy side, on 2. Here we go.
Yeah.
Developed by EA Black Box, the Skate series of video games is about what particular sport? Is it skateboarding, roller derby, or ice hockey? Mob, lock in your answers now, please. That question again, developed by EA Black Box, the Skate series of video games is about what particular sport? Is it skateboarding, roller derby, or ice hockey? And definitely, which of these has a 5-minute sin bin penalty? Mob is in. What's your thoughts here, Clive?
I think at one point they sold it with a skateboard peripheral, so unless I'm mad, it should be skateboarding. Lock it in, please.
Okay.
Oh my god, I haven't messed that up.
So clearly because Tony Hawk's Pro Skater was taking all of the other traffic, so yeah, EA wanted a bit of the pie as well.
I blame them.
Did get some eliminations though. Shapes, Fluffy Bunny, 2 AI getting eliminated for another 137,000. Brings you very, very close to the million mark and a quarter of the mob remaining. So, still on a good pace here. Still have good helps in hand as well. As we now move on to mythology and religion for your next question. What's your thoughts here?
Let's have a crack at harder on that.
Ooh, okay. Harder on myth and religion is this question. Baltic god Perkunus is mainly known for being the god of what? Is it thunder, bees, or underworld? Well, that's a selection, isn't it? Baltic god Perkunus is mainly known for being the god of what? Is it thunder, bees, or the one underworld? And the mob is in. What's your thoughts here, Clive?
I don't think I've ever come across any of the Baltic gods before. I wouldn't know where to start. I can't really associate his name with any other culture's gods immediately. I mean, bees is a rogue choice if it's not bees, but I don't want to try and meta it too much. I think it's a tough question. I don't want to chance it. Let's dodge, please.
Escape?
Yes, please.
Okay, so going to be losing half of your bank, which is about 500,000 doots as it currently stands. But it is 1 versus 25. You will not be getting anything from the mob eliminations here. You are safe from that. But what answer would you have given here for Perkunus?
I'd probably try bees.
Probably try the bees on B. Also including oak trees, mountains, fertility, law and order, war, fire, rain, storms, sky, thunder, lightning. All of that apparently is his purview.
He's a busy old boy, ain't he?
Very busy, yeah. Oh, goodness me. We are down to the final 10. So, yeah, SJ, Midget on the Internet, Riff, Lulu, and a big smattering of AI getting that one wrong. Another connection for the name of Perkunus, which Wikipedia tells me here anyway, is that of Terpikaurenos. I'm definitely butchering the pronunciation there, but yeah, an epithet of Zeus, meaning who enjoys lightning. So, yeah, Terpikaurenos, where you've got like Perkunus sort of in the middle of the name there. Yeah, it's an epithet of Zeus, meaning who enjoys lightning. Well, there you go. There's a nice little reference for you. I will look at the reference from Mr. Ken Dowden, written in 2002. Thank you for that, Mr. Ken Dowden. Clive, that was your second escape. You do have one more left in your hand, but it's the most deadly at 75% of your current bank. But each member eliminated at this point is now worth 100,000 dukes to you. So, swings and roundabouts. Plus also, you've got the doubler, so it could actually be worth 200,000 each to you at this point of the game. This game is still alive. Let's continue on to your next category. Or should I say set of answers. What would you like to go for?
Oh, I mean, I would love to know what 2 is about, but science is not a strong suit for me, unfortunately. And I don't watch any of the above shows, but I know enough people who do that I'm hoping enough facts have rubbed off on me. So I would go for number 1, please.
Question number 1 is this. Outwit, outplay, outlast is a tagline used by which American reality competition show? Is it Big Brother, The Amazing Race, or Survivor? Mob, lock in your answers now, please. Outwit, outplay, or outlast? Not outright, no. It's a tagline used by which American reality competition show? They need to add that for future seasons, clearly. Mob is in. What's your thoughts, Clive?
I mean, it's C. Lock it in, please.
No waffle.
Yeah.
Let's just get on with it.
Good place to be.
Survivor? Yes, you are a survivor. Surely all 10 got that right. They did indeed get that right with the ding. Stays as it is at 479,000 and change in the bank. On to video games as our next category. Interesting.
I do play them. Regardless, I feel like I know everyone else. I think pretty much everyone else left in does, but I'll still go for harder, see if I can knock out a couple.
Okay, going hard on the video games. Here's the question. Which word finishes terms survive with and kill your in video game Dead by Daylight? Oh my god. The movie about Allen Ginsberg, Jack Kerouac and William Burroughs, the TV series where they drank 1,154 cups of coffee, or the classic book about a bloodsucker? This is proper 1 versus 100 territory. Which word finishes terms survive with and kill your in video game Dead by Daylight? And we know Catnip loves Dead by Daylight. Clive, can you work any of this out?
I tried it once many years ago. My gut says it's Friends, which leads towards B. C obviously is Dracula or Twilight, I suppose. Neither of which would make much sense. A, I'm trying to remember. Is that On the Road or? I can't think of any possible words that would finish those terms sensibly. So I think it must be B, Central Perk, all that jazz. So lock in B, please.
Lock in B, okay. Yeah, Catnip's definitely around. Not on these streams particularly. She does watch on Quizzy Dan's crossword streams and things like that, and also partakes in board game stuff over on Brig Bother side of things as well. So yeah, she's still kicking around the wider community. You've gone with a TV series where they drank 1,154 cups of coffee, and you are right to do so. Well worked out. 10 mob members, though, didn't have much time to think about it. And 4 of them have gone. Dev, Rias, and 2 AI failing to answer the question or failing to answer in time means we add another 400,000 to your bank. You're up to 879,892 doots with just 6 mob members left. Them being Tipster, Drahuska, Mark, and 3 AI, I believe, are in tow there. I'm trying to figure out who's behind 53. It looks like it's an AI marker. So, very interesting situation. You still have an escape, you still have a double, but it's 1 versus 6 now. Each worth 166,666. If you can knock them out on the next question, or double that if you want to use your doubler. We're on to technology for 1 versus 6. What's your thinking?
I'm a little desperate to knock people out at this stage, so I'd like to go harder, please.
Going harder again, see if we can get some more damage done. What is the name of the artificial intelligence chatbot female bartender released in 2021 for companies and events? Is it Melissa, Capucine, or Cecilia? Mob, lock in your answers, please. What's the name of the artificial intelligence chatbot female bartender released in 2021 for companies and events? Is it Melissa, Capucine, or Cecilia? The thing is, we're so aflood with chatbots and AI these days that it could be literally anything. Clive?
I never saw this if it was a news story, so it's not looking great. I mean, Capucine, again, such a rogue choice for an answer if it's not right, but B's wouldn't have gone my way. And it's the only one that has AI in order, which you'd think would be a pretty simple marketing thing. But I really don't want to chance it and find out it's just Melissa. It feels pretty bad to go home with an escape left in your bank. But I really don't want to use it when it feels sensible. But it's also been marked hard, so I guess... Oh, God. Can you put a clock on me so I have to decide?
I've never been asked to put a clock on, but sure, okay.
It helps. I like pressure. Oh, God. Because if it is Capucine, everyone else will have gone for it, and I won't make any money. But if it's not Capucine, I'll knock a lot of people out, I suspect. Unless everyone just happens to know it's Cecilia. So I'm not going to risk it. I'm going to escape, please.
You're going to escape, and what answer would you like to lock in?
Capucine.
Go with Capucine, okay. So, you are losing 75% of your current bank. You're safe from elimination. You would have locked in Capuchin. Is that the right answer? No, it is Cecilia.
Phew.
From the official website. Hi, I'm Cecilia, your interactive bartender for every occasion and location. And
Oh, for God's sake.
we have no more AI. The AI have gone. We are left with pure human power. That's what you love to see. On a question about chatbots and AI, the humans win. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. So, as it stands, Clive, that's your final escape. You now must answer every question correct yourself to survive this game. It is 1 versus 3. They are all human / animal, depending on how you want to classify Tipster at this point. Beings, I think that was the word I was using the other day. So we've got Tipster, we've got Drahuska, we've got Mark. Those are our remaining 3 beings still in this game. Or animals, because technically, yes, humans are animals, so yeah, animals works as well. All the AI have gone. It is just Animalia left in play. Each one worth 333,333 to you on elimination at this point, or 666,667 if you double up. So it could be at that point where you might want to consider using a double for maximum damage, considering you must answer a question. You are now into food and drink against 3.
I feel like every time I go harder, I get stung with something alcohol related, so I'm going to try easier.
Going easier. Okay, the question's this. Originated in Taiwan, boba is typically a type of what beverage? Is it coffee, tea, or wine? Mob, lock in your answers. Originated in Taiwan, boba is typically a type of what beverage? Is it coffee, tea, or wine? Tea. Just adding extra consonants for some reason. Is adding the wine to the tea somehow? That's teen. Mob is in. What are you thinking, Clive?
I think that's the tea, babes. So lock in B.
Lock in B. Gonna say, back when this was written, probably boba was not that commonplace, but thinking in Sheffield, there's at least, well, at one point there were 1, 2, 3, 4, I think 5 boba places. There's now only 4. One of them did close down, but yeah, there's like 4 boba establishments just on the high street in Sheffield. Yeah, bubble tea, essentially.
What a shock.
All 3 got that right, so no change there. Let's continue on to another question. Okay, well, those are some answers. Would you like question 1 or question 2?
Definitely not 1. I'll go for 2, please.
All right, we're not going to see what's behind the W over V for all of those. We're going to question number 2 instead, which is... which of these films' directors are not siblings? Is it The Matrix, 21 Jump Street, or No Country for Old Men? Mob, lock in your answers now, please. Which of these films' directors are not siblings? Is it The Matrix, 21 Jump Street, or No Country for Old Men? And they are in. Thoughts?
Matrix, definitely the Wachowski sisters. No Country for Old Men, is that the Coen brothers or something like that? I think I remember brother being attached to the director of that. I could be mistaken. No clue who did Jump Street, but by cross-affiliation, I'll lock in B.
I will type some stuff in for your further information. You said lock in B.
Yes, please.
So 21 Jump Street was by a duo in directed tear, but not siblings. They were Phil Lord and Christopher Miller.
Good for them.
And we say goodbye to Drahuska, which means we add another $350,000 to your bank. You're now up to just over $500,000 in your bank, and each of our remaining 2 players, Tipster and Mark, will add another $500,000 to your bank. or maybe a full million if you wish to use your doubler. You're doing very well. I think you're probably right with the Coen brothers on the other one. I haven't had a look, but you're probably right. And we will continue on to another question. Getting very tense here as we go on to game shows.
I'm obliged to go for harder, even if I have a suspicion it may be me.
Obliged to go hard on game shows. Okay, here it is. In the $1 Million Mind Game show hosted by Vernon Kay, you have to give how many correct answers to get to the $1 million? Is it 10, 12, or 6? In the $1 Million Mind Game show hosted by Vernon Kay, how many answers correctly do you have to give to get to the $1 million? Phrasing it in a very weird way. Mob is in. Wow, it's been a hot minute since I thought about $1 Million Mind Game.
Certainly. Definitely not 6. Question was it around 10 or was it 12 to go with, I guess, multiple of 6 theme? Yeah, I have not watched that show since it aired well over a decade ago now, I think. I'm not usually that into the minutia of money ladders either, so it's not front of my mind, unfortunately. I do remember the team that made it to the final question. Did they go for difference of 2 questions? Isn't really going to stick in my head.
Was it the team of like university graduates or something?
It was something like that. They had some vaguely nerdy credentials, I think.
Like they were from Harvard or something like that.
Yeah, something disgusting.
Would you like a bit of pressure?
Getting tired.
I'm not actually.
I don't think it was around 10. I think it might have been weird like 12. But now I have a sinking feeling it may have been that maybe a reference to Millionaire's weird short one. But I'm gonna lock in B and try doubling just in case.
You are gonna double, yeah?
Yeah, I think it might be my last chance.
Okay, just wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
Before I rushed in on B before doubling. So you've gone with 12. I seem to remember it was a weird money ladder, but I couldn't tell you why. It was. Yeah, because it was a team of 6. It always tried to divide evenly across the 6 players.
Mm-hmm.
That's why the money ladder was a bit weird. But I couldn't tell you if it was 12, 10, or 6. I don't think 6. That seems too short.
Yeah,
But 10
definitely.
or 12, I don't know. Is it 12 to stay in the game for your, well, 1 million doots? No! It is 10! It was a run of 10 questions. And that is the end of your game, Clive. And the end of everybody's game!
Damn it.
So you were right to double. You were right to double, but wrong on the answer, which means nobody wins. So, Sportsy, when you said earlier that the only 2 situations were the mob wins or the one wins, well, actually, no. Here's the third scenario. No one wins at all. Clive, you did go all the way. Unfortunately, the wrong way at the final question. How do you feel?
Can we play by British rules? Because I would have left.
All right, just give you the offer to wuss out on the final question in that case. Yeah,
I'm very proud.
I suppose if it did do a UK edition of 1 vs 100 to add to the variations, then yeah, maybe I would do the offer.
Can we have
but
one game
but no,
where we don't have to play extreme ways? No.
Okay,
No, we
Dermot.
cannot.
No, we cannot play a game without extreme ways clearly enforcing it. Yeah, that's just how it goes, I suppose. But man, if Clive had got that right, so he would have gotten the 2 million for the eliminations, plus also 1 million for winning. So you just would have added another 3 million to his bank at that point. That's just how the code works right now. It's a lot. It's a lot to add to the bank, but that's what it would have done. So unfortunately, Clive, it wasn't right, and means you get absolutely nothing. But once again, a phenomenal performance in Dutch 1 vs 100, as you always seem to do here.
I'm getting closer and closer. I'll get there
Closer and
eventually.
closer. Just one more time, and then you can actually cross that line and actually win. But I hope you had fun.
Always do, Ash. Cheers.
That's what I love to hear. Thank you very much for playing, Clive. Take care. Have a good weekend, and we'll see you. We'll see you soon. Take care.
You're up.
Bye. Bloody hellfire! It's a hell of a game, 1 vs 100, isn't it? With Pyro Pygmies all the way up to 100,000, Drahuskas. Oh, Jesus Christ! It's just the whole thing. It's amazing, this game. It's amazing, this is why I chose to do it, because of all the fun that we used to have on Xbox Live, back when that was on live service on the Xbox 360. That's why I made this in the first place, because clearly it needs to be done. Clearly we need to play mass multiplayer edition of this once again. Here we are, 6 years later, and we're still having so many crazy results out of it that we have yet to see before. It's crazy. Now, isn't that so much more exciting than if I could walk away? Go, Dutch kids. Now, an interesting thought that did cross my mind, Clive, which actually has been on my mind for a while, as a way of kind of nerfing the US game a bit, is the following slight tweak to how the money or mob question is offered. Because at the moment, it's always offered to you if you survive a question and you have money in the bank. But I'm thinking, because I'm currently on the Season 2 rules, where you go up a rung to increase the value, I'm thinking you only get offered that question if your money actually changes. So if you sit on a certain level for a number of questions, you don't get offered the question until you actually do good enough to get one level higher at the very least. Just to stop asking the question over and over and over again. And then especially at the end, where it gets really tight, that question becomes really, really difficult to answer. Because if you decide to walk away, if you decide to play the mob and you have 500,000 in the bank, then you are playing on for the million whether you like it or not. That was sort of the idea I had in mind that I've yet to put down to proper paper. But yeah, as soon as you break that money level, you get offered the question. Exactly, Rias. The only thing is that slightly tweaks how the temptation works, because that will only work for the first question on the money level. But I'm kind of okay with that as a sort of a temptation to draw you in anyway. You like stopping it from being an automatic walk away once you're out of lifelines. Yeah. Because that's the thing. Yeah. Not sure how much they're going to change anything. I say it's a slight tweak. It's just to stop certain points where you could probably, race up to 100,000 and then use a help on a question, continue on, use a help on a question, continue on, use a help on another question, continue on, but not actually do much damage to the mob in that process. They're just thinking of something to basically to stop being offered the money question over and over and over again, because it kind of grows tiresome when I have to keep offering the question over and over and over again with nothing changed. If it was like US, where the money does change for like correct answers and that, then sure. Think you'd have to bump the top prize if that happened? Maybe. But we saw Pyro Pygmy walk away with 100,000 earlier on, so I don't know. Don't think anyone with the same mind would give it 500k to be locked in for a bit. I think there would be, Tadaru. I think there are a few people in this community that want to just completionist the game. Regardless of what actually happens with the Doots, I think they probably would just completionist the game, regardless of what the values are. So, yeah. Don't think that should be implemented past the 100k or 250k level, but earlier on it might be okay. Okay. It's a thought, at the very least. I say, a sort of thought that I had in my mind to potentially balance out the US game, or maybe it's just a side grade to the US game or something like that. Anyway, just a thought I had. How many have left languishing on the same tier? Trying to remember the last time. I mean, if we were playing Clive's game then in US land, then there would have been a few cases there where they would have been sat on the same level for a bit before moving on. But anyway, it's a thought. Definitely a thought, and I might not even bother with it anyway, but it's a thought. Anyway, that's the end of the game. End of 1 vs 100 this evening. End of the stream. We've got a wheel spin to sort out. So, let me make that happen. See what we've got for you at the end of the stream tonight. That one. There we go. Oh, that one. Very reflective today. Let me slide it over a bit so it's not as reflective. Wheel spin. Go for it. And tonight. Oh, well then. All right then. I need to get the software out. I need to get the software out then for doing the lottery. Sure. That's definitely going to work tonight, isn't it, folks? The postcode lottery. Oh, God. Well, let's see if the lottery actually works tonight, folks. Let me close 1 vs 100. We don't need that right now. Yeah, we haven't done it in ages at all. I just need to make sure that the channel point redemptions actually work as well. Because that's been a hot minute since that was tested as well. Someone summon Toad Boy. Oh, we'll definitely get his dulcet tones in a moment. We actually had his dulcet tones earlier on, introducing Wipeout. Thank you again, Toad, for doing that. Come on, Unity. Do the right thing. Open up the lottery. Do the right thing. It's still importing. Kind of worried about that. This is a first, so some explanation is needed. Well, first, so the lottery that I have is based off of the national lottery here in the UK, back when there were 49 balls in the draw. So what you'll need to do is you'll be picking a ticket with 6 numbers on it, ranging from 1 through 49. You can do that as individual tickets if you have ideas of what they are, or you can just do a lucky dip, which will just pick 6 random numbers out for you on one ticket, and that's just a nice easy way of getting the RNG to RNG for you. You can also buy bulk packs of the lucky dips as well. I think it goes all the way up to like 100 lucky dip tickets for one particular redemption, but I don't know if the redemptions even work, so let me quickly verify with our independent adjudicator whether or not the rewards and redemptions actually work. Manage the power-ups and channel points. Are they still listed? So the lottery ticket redemptions are still listed. I may have to activate them. We'll see in a moment. Just give me a moment while I arrange my windows and get my stuff ready. So always got to remember not to press the button that unloads the machine after everybody's put some tickets in. Because that's the bad thing. You don't do that.
What's the deal with lottery balls? I mean, can't you just work and earn doots for a living like everyone else? Like, come on, people! It's the National Lottery Draw live from space!
Oh, thank you again, Toad.
I'm Toadboy123, the voice of the Blunderballs, and with me, as always, is Ash the Bash.
Hi, it's me, it's Ash. So, I need to load up the lottery machine. It says the ticket lines are now open. I don't know if they actually are. They're probably not available yet. Let me switch them on for you. You can have a lucky dip lottery ticket. You can have a lottery ticket. You can have 10 lucky dip lottery tickets, and you can have 100 lucky dip lottery tickets. I believe that should work. It does seem to be working. Yes, the redemptions are working. So I'll let you do some redeeming of tickets right now, and get you all claiming some tickets. It's all sort of managed by the software. It doesn't display any of it on screen anymore. It used to do so, but doesn't anymore because, well, you're buying them by the 100 load right now, which is a lot. But it is tracking them all, and at the end of it, it will pay you out on a particular payout scheme, which is definitely not correctly balanced. I will caveat that for those that are in the know. It's definitely not correctly balanced for what a lottery should be. So for those that are actually, paying good money for these tickets, you technically can, game the system a bit if you did multiple lottery draws. But we don't. We tend to only have one a year. So, good luck on that. The payout scheme, by the way, we've got as follows. So for matching one ball on your line, that's just 100 doots. For matching one ball plus also the bonus ball, that goes up to 500 doots. For matching 2 balls on your main line, that's 1,000. For matching 3 balls, that's 5,000. For matching 4 balls, that's 10,000. For 4 balls and the bonus, that's 50,000. For 5 balls, that's 100,000. For 5 balls plus the bonus, that's 1,000,000. And for 6 balls, if you can match all 6 balls on the main line, then you will get 10 million doots. Can I have some honks in chat for that, please? For 10 million doots. Thank you. Yes, you can win 10 million doots. Technically speaking, you could win that multiple times because it does not split that as a jackpot. It just awards that per ticket redeemed that has that on its line. So it is possible if you actually get the right line multiple times in a row that you get multiple tens of millions. But the chances of anything coming from Mars are 1,000,000 to 1, he says. Exactly, it's not. It's like 14 million to 1 for you to get the jackpot line on here. But it's not impossible. It is 14 million to 1. Those are the regular odds for this version of the lottery. And then they increased it to 59 balls and made it a lot harder to actually get to the jackpot, basically. I'll leave the ticket line open for another minute or two for you to get your tickets in. And then we will get this draw underway. I need to make sure I press the right button. I need to make sure to press the release balls button and not the unload machine button. Because the unload machine will also unload all the tickets. And, well, you've made a lot of redemptions right now. Let's put it that way. You've made a lot of redemptions right now. What else is happening? I've already talked about the weekend. You've got Ben at 8 p.m. You've got JB at like 2 in the morning, or it's like 8 p.m. over in US time with Wheel After Dark. You've got Tipster on the Sunday at 4 p.m. With some Pinnacle Lana shenanigans. And then the week restarts anew. I'll be back on Wednesday for something. I don't know what actually yet, but I will be back on Wednesday for something with Quiz Night, and then the Friday as well, something like that. Okay, last chance for your tickets. Tickets, anybody? Tickets. Last chance, tickets. It's time to go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and the ticket office is now closed. What? With all roles disabled, your viewers will no longer be able to redeem the points they've earned. Yeah, that's fine. It's an interesting error providing that. So, all of the ticket office is now closed. Thank you very much for all of the tickets that have been added. It would be nice if I had something in my inspector to tell me how many tickets there are, but I actually don't have that. It is time to release those big money balls. The lights on that side just flickered then. This is not integrated with the lighting system at all. How many tickets? I don't have that information to hand, I'm afraid, Mr. Game Show. I really should have that information to hand, but I don't. But it will do all of the payout information in Twitch chat once we get to the end of the draw. But yes, there are many tickets. The big call for Quiz Night when, oh god. Add it to the list. To just put it in the Discord, in the game ideas, sure. If we're all ready, good luck. Toad, over to you for the draw.
And the first ball is...
The tension. Well, it's 1. Starting with 1.
And the second ball is... 4.
Okay, another low one.
And the third ball is... 46.
I'm afraid it's not going to be that, Proogs.
And the fourth ball is... 30. And the fifth ball is... 27.
So now we're getting a nice mixture.
And the sixth ball is... 12.
And a 12.
And the bonus ball is 16.
Oh, I failed to update the dukes! No! And the numbers in ascending order. 4. No, 1. 4. 12. 27. 30. 46. And a bonus. 16. And it failed to pay out the dukes. Did it? It said it failed to pay the dukes. How has it updated something? How has it updated something? It can't have. It paid out dukes, did it? How? How has it done that? It's violating a non-null constraint on the database. How has it done that? It's not logged that on the ledger at all. Yeah, that has not been logged on the ledger. So how has it managed to pay the dukes out but not on the ledger? Oh, that's crazy. Oh, okay. Well, it's definitely something I've balked then on the database side of things, because that's supposed to have been a constraint that holds, but clearly not. Well, congratulations if you got paid. I don't know how much it is, but you've been paid. The ledger doesn't tell me anymore. Oh, God. Is there any way of me inspecting the payouts right now? Is there any way of me figuring out what that is? Oh boy, this is old software, and I have updated the Duke's database slightly, the Duke Bank stuff, in order to have a ledger, and I haven't updated this to account for that clearly. Which means the payout count didn't trigger. How did it work that out there then? Right, okay. So, I can't start that unless I do that. Boo. I can't call that method that way. I was going to see if I could actually see the information without it actually paying out again. But I don't think I can. I don't think I necessarily can. Which is a shame. That would have been nice to be able to see that. On stop machine. Yeah, I can't call that directly from here. That's a shame. Okay. Well, if you got Doots, then congratulations, you got Doots. Clearly, I need to update the software so that it can actually work with the Duke Bank properly and actually ledger it out. But yeah, if you've gotten some Doots, then brill. Congratulations on the Doots. Sounds like some people got like 250,000 Doots and some got like 400,000. Prue got 94,000 but went down a rank, so hard luck on that. But yeah, if you got some Doots, then well done. You got some Doots. Oh, this is why you tune in, isn't it? It's for this janky old code. Always the same, never changes. How many Dukes do you get for 4 of 6 and 5 of 6? So for 4 matching, it's 10,000. For 5 matching, it's 100,000. Those are the payouts of those. But yeah, there you go. I hope you enjoyed the lottery. Oh, what has this stream been? Clearly, it's been 6 of 6 is 100 million. No, sorry, 10 million, not 100 million. It was 100 million at one point. It's 10 million. But yeah, if you get all 6 numbers, it's 10 million. If you get 7 out of 6, then you're cheating. 4 with a bonus is 50,000. Yeah, 4 with a bonus ball is 50,000. Right. I'm bringing stream to a close. 5 to bonus is 1 million. 5 with the bonus is 1 million. Right. I need to find a raid target before I hiccup to death. Oh god, what's going on? Right, let's have a look at the following list and see who is available. Live. We have some Crystal Maze over on Spud right now. We've got some shall we go have a say hi to Spud again? Yeah, we'll go over to Spud again. Raid to Spud Gun 20. There we go. Yeah, we've got Crystal Maze on right now, and other Friday night tele situation. Yes, that's oh, they're right at the end of Crystal Maze, in fact. So maybe going on to another game shortly. Yeah, we probably won't be saying that, Rias. But whatever you want to say, then feel free to say it. I'll be back next Wednesday for some more quiz night stuff. But until I take care, have a good weekend. Stay out of the wind. Stay safe. And I'll see you soon. Take care. Good night. Also, follow me on the Blue Sky. I'm no longer on the Twitter sphere. Go over to Blue Sky. Much nicer place. Bye.